So, are we ready for what is going to be my longest video probably ever on this channel? I know, insane. But I thought I'd give it a whirl because, why not? And I'll explain a bit more in a moment. But yeah, hello everyone, Liam Caddleson here. These are my YouTube edited reactions to Heartstopper Season 2. All 8 episodes. I will leave timestamps in the description and the little play bar below because yeah, this is going to be like 4 and a bit hours. So it would be really evil of me, I guess, to not include timestamps, wouldn't it? So yeah, but obviously there have been people who have watched my Heartstopper Season 2 reactions before the majority of them got blocked. And I thought, okay, well, I'm gonna try and re-edit them anyways. So why not try and put them all in one video and see what happens. So yeah, that's not the reason why it's taken like half a year for my season 2 edited reactions to come out on YouTube, but it's because time really has because it's 8 episodes that I have to amend. And yeah, because of the fact that the disputes were rejected, yeah, I had to amend them and all of that. So, and I did a little test in regards to the in regards to this video, and so far so good. I will be muting certain bits just because some countries are partially blocked, which is a stupid thing for YouTube. And it's 2024; it's still a stupid thing, but. Yeah, there are some scenes that make the video this entire video partially blocked. So I will be muting certain bits and pieces. But yeah, I mean, you can check out my full reactions on Patreon, of course. But yeah, this is like a 4 and a bit hour video, so get some popcorn ready, stay hydrated, and if you want to check out the full 4 hours of this video, then, yeah, I guess brace yourselves. So, this is my Heartstopper Season 2 reactions, all 8 episodes for this season. Let's go. Oh, wholesome. They're just constantly texting and got huge
Guess what?
What?
I love you.
I came out to my mum last night.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's been
Well, she was completely fine with it.
It's been a day since that. Yeah, she was more than okay. She had us in emotions.
What a well done kiss.
Power of Olivia Colman.
Oh, just let me win, Charlie. Yes.
Oh god. Are we sure we want to incorporate Mario Kart and relationships into this equation?
No, you won. Fair and square.
No, take it.
No. Tao!
Oh. I think someone's flustered. 149? Inflation's a joke!
Fancy someone else now?
Really? Who?
Come on, you have to, yeah, you have to reveal.
If anything actually
Spill the
happens,
beans.
I promise I'll tell you. And if you have any romantic developments, I want to hear all about them.
Oh. Shit. Fuck's sake. Well, this is gonna be great.
For those of you who don't, I'll be confiscating it.
Oh boy.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Alright, I think we're going to get on just fine.
Close call. What are you smirking at, Ben?
Yusuf. If you're trying to keep it quiet, you should probably stop acting so gay there.
Rick.
seem to remember saying something about no.
Shut it.
Blame Ben, he instigated it.
You right, Nick?
Oh boy.
What? Are you still in the mood with us?
Piss off!
Let's go, lads. We've all been playing like girls lately.
I don't need any of his BS.
How being weird.
But maybe being weird is how he expresses his romantic feelings. Personally, I can relate to that.
What if you tried actually flirting with him? Just to see what happens.
Yeah, flirt with him.
Test the waters. And let's test those waters.
That's my mum.
Oh.
I'll see you tomorrow.
That's Spark.
No, it doesn't.
Now I'm embarrassed.
No, look, I did not get you a present.
It's okay. I didn't want it to become a thing. So.
As long as you don't forget the wedding anniversary, that's... yeah.
If we're out by the time we're on the Paris trip, we can kiss on the Eiffel Tower.
Oh. Oh, my heart. I just hope
No
that
more
these
kissing at
two...
school. It's too risky.
We can't make any promises, right? I just hope these two just are together forever.
As friends.
So this is the day he tells Imogen. Okay. Let's go.
Hi. I make cupcakes.
Oh.
Wow, well done. Very proud of you.
It's very
I love how low-key vibing she is to this.
Darcy's mum's the same. She hates having people over.
Yeah, but your mum lets her sleep over, so...
Oh no, everyone's coupled up and... Hello, darkness, my old friend. Oh.
You know, we're in the same form, and
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Cute.
So close. So close, just so close.
Oh my god,
I could be your model.
Wait, is he gonna do...
Your French card.
Yeah,
Is
there
this
we
supposed
go.
to be inspiring?
Cliche, Tao, cliche. There's enough room on the rug!
Sorry.
Shoot.
Go order our pizzas.
Nick, come and dance.
No.
Hell.
Oh my god, finally!
Usually, it's the girls are fighting. In this case, the girls are dancing.
What do you mean? We're not dating.
Oh no,
She's my friend. She's my best friend, and there's
Okay, Tao. Tao, let's turn down a notch. Okay? Oh, I love the supportive vibe that he's got of all of his friends here. It's wholesome.
It's kind of hard to.
Is it about you and Charlie?
Ah! What? Just jumped ahead there.
I should have let you say it.
Well, I'm
Imogen.
bisexual, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jumping the gun a little bit there, but... Oh.
I'm sorry, I don't actually know how to react. Fine, okay.
Them's the rules.
It's
What?
I'm so cozy right now.
I mean, she could have said Harry, and that would have been an absolute worst case.
I can't believe people think you're straight.
Really? You're jerks. You're all assholes.
hanky-panky in this house.
Please don't say
What?
hanky-panky.
What?
And I
What?
suppose Nick's going on this Paris trip as well?
Yeah.
So that's why you've been talking about it non-stop for weeks.
Bedroom door open at all times.
I'm leaving.
No hanky-panky till you're married.
Jesus,
saying
hanky panky to you. Wow. Love that though with Nick. There's this kind of relief.
Everything's gonna be perfect.
Love how she's looking out for Charlie. Lovely, lovely, lovely stuff. But that's it though with Nick. There is that confidence he's having by telling Imogen, and I think that's really I guess going to be the start of it really, in terms of that. Okay, I have this, good feeling that I can tell people, because I mean, it is a bit different, in a sense, when it comes to your parents. I mean, there's a lot of pressure. You just don't know how they're going to take it. But he was really, really worried about, of course, telling Imogen and how she was going to take it. The thing is, she knew. So, yeah, and I don't know if that, kind of, I don't know, stalled things a bit. I don't know. I mean, the thing is, she at least got that supportive vibe for Nick and Charlie. So, as I'd expect, because of the fact that, well, she's a very likable character and she's just very wholesome. But yeah, she just jumped the gun. She didn't let him finish there. So yeah. But I really, really loved how this was I would say a bit of a big step for Nick in regards to him wanting to tell those close to him that he is actually bisexual, not gay, bisexual. Because that was like, that was ushered twice and that. But yeah, it is a good first step. The worry is, though, there are going to be like others who are going to find out and sadly are going to take the piss because they're assholes. But like, it's really great that you've got Charlie, who's really wanting to look out for Nick, and as he said, doesn't want Nick to go through the same hurt or anything. He's going to try and help him as much as he can. Because this is still recent. It's been 2 months, so this is still recent and all of that. And, I know from experience as well, it can still be a bit challenging, just telling people and all of that, clearing, I wouldn't say clearing the air, but like letting people know this is who I am. It doesn't matter if it's 2 months or 2 years, I would say. It can be a bit, but it's a great first episode. So yeah, a solid first episode, really great stuff, especially seeing both Nick and Charlie vibe. And just seeing their love being solidified, really, because with a portion, well, a part of this episode, should I say, it was revealed to be a day after after Nick told his mum, which obviously that was a very, very powerful scene. But yeah, it was really, really great to see them two just thriving, really, in terms of their relationship, and seeing how they are solidifying things and, and just embracing one another and seeing that energy just be continuous, I would say. So, yeah. But it is also really, really great to see this journey, I guess, that Charlie's going to coach Nick through, because obviously Charlie has a bit more, I guess there's a bit more of that longevity in terms of Charlie being known to be, known to be gay. So he knows what it's like, of course, in terms of people knowing, and he can help Nick in terms of guiding him, really, because it's only been, I guess, 2 months since since they did get together. Whereas, of course, we started off with Heartstopper back in season 1 with us experiencing, certain difficulties that Charlie had to go through, sadly. So, but it is great that he is getting that support, and not just the support in general. Because it's not just, of course, Charlie, but it's also, everyone. Like, you saw how everyone was, like, coaching him to tell Imogen, and it was really, really wholesome. But it is really, really great that the one to give you that, the biggest, I guess, push in terms of support, because of the fact that he is, I guess, guiding him in terms of this experience, is his boyfriend, so... it is really, really great to see. So, but it is understandable about how Nick can be really, really, like, even if it's Imogen, because she is understanding, she is nice, she is really, really wholesome, but it can still be very, very worrying because I don't know, I know when I told some of my best friends about, actually, when it came to me realizing that I was pansexual, it got a bit, worrying because of the fact that, I thought I was bisexual. I'm actually pansexual. But still, when I revealed that I wasn't straight to some of my closest friends, there was I don't know, this big pressure on my shoulders for some reason. So there was already a bit of a pressure when it came to telling family members, and Nick's reaction at the end kind of equated to how I felt. Like, it felt a lot better telling someone who I was close with, or some of the people that were close to me. There seems to be this, like, relief, this happy breeze. So, especially with the fact as well, like, you don't know, you might have a great, strong relationship with some of your besties, for example, but you're not really sure. Like, there's also this uncertainty, even though that you're, like, I guess there is a huge part of you that believes, I think they're gonna take it fine. You just don't know what their response is gonna be. But it was really, really, I had no doubts about Imogen. Like I said, she's a very, very wholesome and really, really nice character. So yeah, it's just, of course, there are other people who might take the piss or might take it a bit too far. So yeah, we already saw Ben just try and be arrogant about this whole, like, trying to distract Nick as well during GCSE season. So it's like, dick move anyways. But he tried his luck, and so, but yeah. I think we were all kind of deflated. I don't know. I think we were all kind of deflated when Imogen said, like, I do have a crush on Ben, and it's like, oh, okay. I mean, whatever works with you, but, yeah. I mean, it's not Harry, so that's a plus, okay? No, it was really, really great, though, just having, I guess, these first steps, really, for both. In terms of, like, telling people, because Nick has been still, dipping his toes in the waters, since this is a new discovery for him. But, like, this has been him dipping his toes in the waters, and now he's on the verge of telling. It's going to be a process of telling people as well. I would say as slowly as possible, but he's gradually getting there because you know, it's still a bit overwhelming. Like, you're not going to obviously you know, conduct a presentation or whatever saying, hey, I'm bisexual, but this is like dipping his toes further into the water with Imogen, and then you know, hopefully with that confidence he can have a bit of hope telling other people and all of that. But I do expect someone to take it negatively because, yeah. Because like I said, I mean, I'm here for the wholesomeness. I just also anticipate there's going to be trials and tribulations for these characters, like we did see with Tao and Elle, because there is a bit of, you know, difficulty in terms of Elle gauging how Tao feels about her. And I think for Tao, yeah, I mean, there was a moment when Elle came to the realization, okay, maybe, like when they almost, I guess, had that kiss, and then Tao pulled away. I think there was that moment where Tao beat himself up subconsciously, you know, when you're like, God damn it, what did you just do? That's what I felt. Just reading his expression, that's how I felt like Tao reacted. Like, oh God, what did I just do? Because I do feel like with Tao he does have feelings for Elle, but it's just uncertain at the minute for you know, how he truly does feel about it. There's mixed signals he's giving at the minute, so yeah, he's a bit uncertain at the minute, but there are those feelings I feel with Tao to Elle. Elle obviously has those feelings for Tao, but it's just obviously it works obviously with it being a two-way street, doesn't it? So, and at the minute Tao is kind of sending the message to Elle that maybe he does not have those feelings. I mean, he likes as a friend. There was even that moment where Nick went to check up on him, and I felt like, I don't know if it was just me, but I felt like that was really, really telling in terms of how he feels to Elle, about how he jumped the gun there, because he didn't know, I don't know if because I think Nick was going to try and play it delicately and not, you know, assume and all of that there was a thing going on. But he does know that they are really, really close, and that could be bestie material, etc. And that's what he could have insinuated about how difficult it would be for Tao, and then Tao just jumps the gun, right? So, and I think that might be telling in terms of, okay, there are certain feelings, but he might be a bit hesitant to express said feelings. So yeah, but yeah, I really loved this episode, and I'm excited to check out episode 2, which I'm going to do so in a minute. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. It was a really, really great, wholesome first episode. That was a really, really great, you know, that was really, really great for Nick in terms of him trying to get more confidence in terms of telling people about his sexuality. And, you know, Imogen, I feel like, was a really, really great first step, if I'm honest, because of the fact that we love Imogen. She's great. It's just a shame about Ben, right? No, but Imogen's great, so, yeah. But, understandable about how hard it can be, you know, despite the fact if Imogen might be a really, really amazing person. There is always gonna be that, like, overwhelming pressure on your shoulders, like I've experienced before. But it was a really, really good first step, I would say, for Nick in terms of, I guess, this new chapter in his life.
Your history coursework essay. If you don't finish it, then that'll be a fail grade.
There's a lot of pressure,
you need
Charlie.
To start focusing on your schoolwork.
To get back into the game.
You haven't done your coursework.
I've still got a few weeks to finish it.
Well, I think you and Nick need to spend some time apart.
That's not
Oh,
fair.
oh no, 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 no.
No, it needs to be a complete ban. Until this
Oh,
coursework essay is
okay.
handed in, Nick is not allowed round our house and you are not allowed round his.
This now.
Stop bothering him, David.
I've already on internet switch, by the way.
Oh, yeah, you should have. Is David going to be problematic?
I won't, darling, don't worry.
Oh, I feel like he's going to be problematic. What's his what? I mean, there are better people, Imogen, but yeah, you do you.
Listen, you can make your move. This is your chance.
Wait, there's a boy?
There is a boy,
But it's complicated. Oh, she's stuck. What's the best response?
Guys, it's fine.
Oh. Is this allowed? I mean, I'm allowing it. Oh boy. He's like, wait, what?
Particularly care if you fail your maths GCSE on Monday, but I ain't gonna let you disrupt everyone else's study time. Fix up, man.
Is it really a good idea putting these two in the room together? Because he's just going to be more of a nuisance.
I do want to come right. I'll believe that when I see it.
I mean, you told
Charlie
him
thinks
it's a
you're just
step-by-step
perfect, but you're just
process.
the same as me.
How dare you?
Seriously.
So boring.
No, don't be a
if you
dick.
do have a girlfriend, I want to know about it. She needs my approval.
Oh, he works his ticket, doesn't he? Oy. Is his brother homophobic? Yeah, Charlie's gonna be in so much trouble, I worry.
Stressed about GCSEs. I'm definitely going to fail maths on Monday.
Want me to help you revise?
Don't worry, maths was not my strongest subject either. Wholesome. wait! Nick's an F1 guy! Yeah.
Started.
I'm gonna babe. Same.
I bet they throw
Oh my goodness.
really good parties here.
Ignore Felix. They don't want to go here for the parties.
They do throw really good parties here, just so you know. See, I knew it. It's a
Universe.
She's manifesting.
Are these two
I
gonna...
just hate being at a regular school. Like everyone knowing you as the trans girl. Here I could just be
feel...
me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And he's been lovely to me. So whatever happened in the past, he's nicer now. And I really like him.
Imogen.
Good luck in the exam.
Oh, shoot. And I feel like Ben's gonna absolutely... grill Nick. Oh, yeah, that was me. That was legit me, wasn't it? Maths, yeah. Pain in the butt.
I don't know. Tao, honestly, I'm kind of busy. Recently,
Tao's gonna feel like he's losing, Al.
Yeah.
And he's losing that chance to ask her out.
Sorry.
No. It's nothing to do.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Because his brother's still here, isn't? Ah, shit.
Hi.
Oh,
What was your name?
shit.
I'm Charlie, and
You're Charlie. I just wanted to meet the guy that, that turned my little brother gay.
Oh, fuck's sake.
I'm bi, actually.
Yeah,
So
get
what?
it correct.
I'm bi, actually. So, but look, if you're gonna be gay, at least admit you're gay.
See, this is exactly why
Piss
I didn't
off!
want to tell you.
David, please don't swear.
He can't even admit he's gay.
Get him,
I mean, I bet you
Queen.
haven't told Dad yet, have you? Oh my God! Imagine what Dad's gonna say.
He's such
Oh,
a
I
dick.
don't want to imagine.
Right, boys, that is enough. David, in the kitchen now.
Get him, Queen. Get him.
Exams. I just wanted to...
Yeah, I don't want to hear it. You are grounded for the rest of this term. And don't even think about sneaking out, or you won't be going on the Paris trip.
Oh, shit. Oh, boy. I feel like she is being a bit rough.
But there are still awful people in the world, like my brother. You know, when you came out. But I can handle it. I promise.
You do get why Charlie feels bad.
You have to fight to stay by her side.
That's it. Because otherwise...
Yeah. Also, Elle's not dead, so there's that.
Yeah, there is that. There is that.
So this is a really selfish and stupid thing to do, but I'm going to tell her.
Elle's in the shop, isn't she?
Help me.
Okay, I thought Elle was gonna do a whole surprise, like she was behind Tao. I thought she was gonna do the whole surprise thing, like, you know, with him saying, you know, I should tell her and all of that, and she's just listening to, she's just listening to his admission, so, yeah, but he's finally clicked. He's finally clicked in regards to the prospect that he does love, or he does like Elle, should I say. But now it's all a matter of telling her, and yeah, it was gonna happen, and there was of course complications, but there is of course that worry about what's gonna happen if you do lose Elle. So you wanna make that leap. You want to make that leap before you do lose any opportunity, potentially forever. But yeah, today was a big wake-up call, but phew, things got intense. This episode might notice different camera operating in between, you know, bits and pieces with this episode. It's because the camera I'm using, I'm testing it out before I do roll with it in the next episode. It just decided to nope out, okay? So I had to switch to my webcam. So yeah, that was a bit of an inconvenience, but I'm just gonna test this out because obviously it's gonna be like 10 minutes of my thoughts about this episode, so yeah. And then I'm gonna refill on coffee. But yes, things did get intense in this episode. Obviously, with Charlie being grounded, his grades have not been up to par, and it's really gotten a bit of so with Charlie's parents, we are getting a bit about them in, well, not just the last episode, but this episode as well. And I feel like the dad has a bit more of a sympathetic eye towards Charlie. The mum seems to be a bit strict, so yeah. Because there were moments where Charlie's dad was like, okay. I feel like that could have gone a bit better, but yeah. So yeah. But yeah, I definitely do get that vibe with his parents. But yeah, there was of course that restrictive plan from his mother about, okay, well, you can't see Nick until you do this and that. So yeah, I don't think she's homophobic. So there is that. And I feel like she would endorse this. Well, she would enforce this plan, should I say, in any other relationship. It's when your kid gets distracted and all of that. You're trying to mitigate any kind of distractions and all of that. So yeah. But yeah, it got intense in several directions. There was, of course, Nick's brother, who was a complete see you next Tuesday. Bloody hell. The way that the way that he just let his homophobia, just unravel was just, yeah. And, he was being a dick left, right, and centre to Nick, and I just had a feeling that he would have problems when it came to Charlie. Boy, did he have problems. He decided to take the piss. He decided, I'm going to let my homophobia unravel. That ignorant that he said, this is the person that made. As if, sexuality is a choice. Idiot. So... And then, I was expecting Olivia Colman to just absolutely roast him because we saw the support that Nick's mum had for him at the end of last season. So she was not going to have this. And I do get the inkling that Nick's father isn't exactly that much different, maybe even worse in terms of his ignorance. Just based on the comments. But yeah. It was just... Yeah. And... Yeah, with Nick, I was really, really, happy about the fact that he was not too discouraged. It obviously was going to be a bit difficult for him to hear all of this come out from his brother, but he wasn't too discouraged. Charlie was more so bummed out. And obviously he's had his hate during his time, ever since obviously coming out. And I think it does sting a lot when it comes from someone within the family of your significant other. It hurts quite a lot. So there is that discouraged vibe from Charlie, but you've got Nick trying to give him that assurance, because he's got his support from his mum. Not everyone, sadly, from his family is going to be as supportive as Olivia Colman. So yeah, but. Yeah, it was going to be very, very difficult. In term, as soon as Nick shared how there is that kind of disdain that he has for David, and that David was teasing and all of that, and the way that his mother reacted, as if she knew that he is not exactly going to be supportive. You just had a vibe that this was going to go down in an ugly way. So yeah. But yeah, I had a feeling that throughout the course of season 2 we were going to have our trials. There was going to be happy moments, there was going to be difficult moments. And you could see the difficulty in regards to just being able, just only being restrictive to texting one another. Because they want to see each other and all of that, and there is high amount of pressure on Charlie's end of things to improve things. He's getting told by his teachers, by multiple teachers, that he's slacking. So yeah, and obviously you don't want your kid to falter. So that's why I'm saying his mum. I think this would also, this restrictive atmosphere would also be applied to any other relationship, because the main catalyst is love, and it might seem a bit crude to kind of stand in the way of love, right? But yeah, at the same time, she's also not wanting Charlie to just mess it all up and let these distractions continue to be an influence. So, yeah, but still, I don't condone it because I love these two. So, and that's why I was really, really worried. I mean, obviously, Charlie was gonna sneak out, and I was really worried about the fact that his parents would find out. So, yeah, but we'll just have to wait and see where things are gonna go with the next episode. Yeah, there was also that situation with Tao. Now that Ellie has made some new friends, and they're seemingly, I was kind of getting an attraction between Naomi and Elle, and with Tao, there is this worry that he might have lost out on that chance to be with Elle. So there comes that real and a nice talk from his mother, just trying to attain what is right, and the signs are pointing towards Elle, and if he doesn't take that chance to decline, because like I said, it seems pretty clear that he does have that there are certain feelings for Elle, and it's just very complicated. He's just a bit stuck at the minute in terms of, well, I say at the minute, he's made his decision, but throughout the last episode, he was just in a bit of a complication. He was just in a bit of a muddle. And Elle obviously had those feelings, but she thought it was probably best to leave those feelings in the past and move on, and that's where this whole kerfuffle comes in with Tao wanting to jump at the chance. Is he going to be too late though? Because like I said, I felt like there was a bit of an attraction between Yumi and Elle. So it's all a matter on has that opportunity proven itself too late, now that he's come to that realization that no, if I don't ask Elle out, then that's on me, because I'm going to be beating myself up for maybe the rest of my life, because there are those feelings and I just didn't act out on them. Elle, there was a moment between me and Elle, and yeah, I froze at that chance, and I'm gonna be, because that's what I'm saying when I make the mention, that's gonna be on me, because he's gonna be beating himself up by if Elle and Naomi become a thing, because there was that opportunity, and now he's come to that realization he does like Elle. He needs to ask Elle out. So and if he's too late, he's just going to be chastising himself, beating himself up, and yeah, so yeah, but it was really great stuff. Ben continuing to be a bit of a, like with Imogen and how she went off against Nick. Like I said, it's not something that I'm with Ben and Imogen. It's not something that, you know, I'm really happy for, because Ben can be a knob. But it's her choice, I guess, at the end of the day as well. So yeah, and she sees something in Ben, but you just worry about him, like if Imogen's gonna end up being hurt by Ben as well. So yeah, but he's only showing as well, like with Nick, he's only showing concern because he knows that Ben can be a bit of a nuisance. So yeah, as he was like during the revision thing, because he just kept intervening, he just kept initiating his, you know, crude remarks and all of that, and it's just like, you're revising. This isn't the time to try and be discouraging Nick. So eyes down, focus. So yeah.
It's my best friend in the whole world. What about if we went to IKEA like in 500 Days of Summer?
Tao.
IKEA! IKEA!
Knows what a dick he is as well. I seriously don't blame you for fighting him. I know you and Charlie are really good mates.
More than that. Are they looking like they're more than that? Good mates, yeah. Good mates.
Yeah.
I feel like the other two looked at that dude like, good mates?
Boys, I need...
Oh! Well, you got found out there. Oops, oops.
It's rugby. It's how I met my wife. I remember what it was like, telling all my friends. Some took it better than others.
Yeah. She's worried about him, like
None of the
what
guys know about
happens.
me, so,
Well, you don't owe
If
me
people
nothing,
find out,
okay?
take it badly. I'm glad she's being supportive.
James, isn't it your last exam today as well?
Yep. I should probably be doing some last-minute revision right now. But this is more fun. Oh, have you read this one?
Of course I've read that one.
Oh, goodness. Oh, no.
Your exam
He's gonna cut the hair.
now.
Ionic compounds.
With 5 minutes to spare.
Your exam is finished.
In before he
Please put down your pen.
did not, in before Charlie kind of fumbled. I don't know. Piss off.
I'm free. I'm not grounded anymore.
Hey, it's a win for everyone.
I love you because of how annoying you are.
Oh.
I didn't mean that in a bad way. That was just a casual I love you.
Oh!
That's not me asking you to say it back or anything.
Ah!
Oh, hi, James.
Oh, okay. For Tao cut his
I was
head.
just thinking, did you want to come to that end of exams party tonight?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Oh my god.
And all your friends should come.
Inform you that boys and girls cannot share rooms.
They're like shame.
Yeah, we know. Heartbreaking, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely heartbreaking for certain couples.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
That was fairly painless. These are for you for finishing your GCSEs.
What's happening right now?
Ooh.
Well,
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
yeah.
Yes!
So, tonight, I thought maybe we could go to the cinema.
Okay.
Hey! Happy days! But also as well, Tao, that was low-key brave in front of all those people, because I would be bricking it. Just by asking someone, you've got an audience there, it's just like, ooh.
What are we seeing?
It's a surprise.
So that's 2 tickets for Moonrise Kingdom at 7:15.
Or not.
Did
That's
you
my
not?
favourite movie.
Did you not hear him say it's a surprise?
Yeah, but I want to make this your dream day. Thanks.
But if you don't, that's cool too.
Yeah, sure.
Come on then.
We're running.
Look after him, or you die.
She was kidding, of course. Mood.
Maybe she was just embarrassed.
Darcy's the most confident
She
person
doesn't
I know.
want to be
Literally nothing
annoying.
embarrasses her.
Kissing in front of the Mona Lisa.
Eiffel Tower.
Come on.
Oh.
Let's go find them.
Trying to guide him, like, in terms of, we got this. Oh god, it's awkward, it's awkward. I mean, you can't obviously talk, so it's, you can't, yeah, quietness has to do.
To burn some shit!
Burn your mannerisms. He's just a pain.
I just think that's probably Wes Anderson's least technically good. Yeah, sure.
Thanks for asking me out on a date.
Thanks for saying yes.
I feel it in my gut. I feel it in my gut.
We'd always put our friendship first. You promised.
Well, I guess romance does ruin friendship.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Tao, how'd it go?
It went.
Maybe he was just... Come here.
It's so complicated because of the fact that she did like the old Tao, and he's trying too hard to. Oh.
Share with the group.
Go away. Go away. Oh no.
Sneaking around with him. Pick a side.
Oh no.
You were gonna come out. I should have known you'd done it together.
Oh, all these anxieties and.
Nick doesn't want to talk to you, Harry. Piss off. Wait, what's his problem?
Straight, probably. I did tell him to put a hat on when he took Nanny out today.
Do you mind if I stay for a bit? Just to make sure he's okay?
Of course, darling. Not past your curfew, though. I don't want to get you in trouble with your parents. Nick's so lucky to have you, Charlie.
I love her!
Yeah, you told Harry to piss off. I enjoyed that.
It was cathartic to all of us. All of us liked that.
Yeah. I'd fight them. You'd fight. I'd fight anyone who's mean to you. Anything. I think there's this idea that when you're not straight, you have to tell all your friends and family immediately. Like you owe it to them.
It's whenever you're ready. You don't owe it to them immediately. It's whenever you're ready.
Really? Yeah.
I mean,
let's just stay low-key in Paris, and then it'll be the summer holidays.
And then
it'll just be us.
There you go. You still got
So nice.
Yeah. You still got each other in Paris. Oh.
Guess it's something you learn to accept.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing though when it comes to you know, coming out and all of that. It's always a case of whenever you're ready, isn't it? So, and you saw how Nick was just not feeling confident, and you know, I did like the visuals of, I guess, his worst you know, the worst outcome, flooding over him, how people would react and all of that, the whole bisexual thing from Tory, from to the whole "but you promised" from Charlie. There, because there was quite a heightened level of anxiety there, so yeah, and it is, you know, understandable about the idea that there is this, like, especially when you first discover who you are, it is understandable that on one notion you do have a plan about, okay, maybe I will come out, but then there comes that moment and it's just like, so, and you just gotta come out with it, I guess you could say, whenever you're ready, because it will, like, especially if there might be people who will think negatively. You know, you don't need that on a level of anxiety anyway, so. Oh, yeah, that was really, really sad just to see Nick go through that bit of crisis there. Because he was really, really worried, and you could really see it on his person. You could really see it on, like, what was happening in his imagination about, like, thinking about the worst. It's so simple, thinking about one thing in your head, and then when the moment comes, it's just like, oof. So you can't really blame him for wanting to, you know, just go home and reset. And like I said, it's all about whenever you're ready, really. And it's like what Charlie mentioned. Because it is not great when you're very, very anxious as heck, and you have all of these painful thoughts, and yeah, because as well as the fact you don't know what people are going to think, and it's still early days, really, so there is still a bit to go through until you do feel ready, because this is a pretty big thing, especially when it comes to, like I said, your friends and all of that. When I mentioned about Imogen, like I said, we all kind of had a feeling that she would be happy to embrace that relationship because she is a very, very warming character. But there is still a lot of pressure on your shoulders. We saw that with Nick anyways when it came to trying to address to Imogen, like when they were in the kitchen. He and I felt like Imogen was ready for him to spill the beans, but we saw how he what was planned to be him reveal about the prospects that him and Charlie are a thing, are an item, I guess. It deviated away from that, and there was a lot of nerves there, so that's going to amplify tenfold in this scenario, like I said. And yeah, of course, telling Imogen was a confidence boost, but it's still, like, especially with you know, other people that he's told and how different they've reacted, and not just that though, but you know, you don't know how the rest of your friends are going to take it, like, especially when you've got Harry there just being an absolute donkey. You just really, really worry, and it's understandable that you're going to crack, really. Like I said, understandably. So it's a case of whenever you're ready. But it was great to see Charlie comforting Nick at the end, as well as the fact that it was great to see Nick's mum and Charlie interact. So yeah, there was a little wholesome moment there. I loved it. But yeah, another great episode. So yeah, Tao and Alf. Yeah, he overdid it there, I would say. Yeah. Because, again, it comes with that anxiety about, it does come with that anxiety about, the new friends that Elle has made, with Naomi, for example. And like I said, there is the prospect of them two potentially being together, but you know, they were giving words of encouragement, I guess you could say, to Elle about the fact that maybe he was nervous, and then Elle sensed that, you know, he was a completely different person, and I think the haircut really sold her on that, because he didn't need to cut his hair, but he did. And with Tao, yeah, I feel like he did overshoot it just a smidge. And, you know, I do get it. I do get that about why he you know, tried a bit hard, because he wants to make an effort to seal a deal in terms of that, like, especially going as far as booking a movie that Elle loves but he doesn't, and he just wants to impress her and all of that. And Elle did give some sound advice. It should be something that we should both enjoy. Which is true. Like, you don't want, like, as I get it in terms of, like, the idea of, you know, trying to impress Elle. You don't need to change completely, because Elle loved how Tal was before. Like, she even went in for the I'd say kiss in episode 1, and yeah, he didn't change whatsoever in that moment. So he just needs to embrace who he is, and you know, that's enough for Elle, really, at the end of the day. It was just the only issue was, it was just that she wasn't sure how Tal felt about her. So when he asked her out, okay, it was a complete it was a surprise, to be sure, but a welcome one. But then you know, he changed in bits and pieces, in terms of, you know, his haircut, in terms of I guess restricting who he is. And you know, that's not what that's not what she needs, or that's not what she wanted. Like, you know, especially if you wanna spend the rest of your life with someone. I know it would be early days to say that, but at the end of the day, she embraced who he is anyways, and he didn't need to change. So she loved Tao for who he was anyways. So yeah, it was really, it was, you know, you could really sense the awkward atmosphere. I mean, yeah, you can't really talk in the cinema, but that you could really, like, from the mannerisms and whatnot, you could really get that vibe. So yeah. And there was also a little bit with Tara and Darcy as well, with the fact that yeah, there was a bit of a moment there when yeah, there was the annoying talk, wasn't there? Like, oh, I do find you annoying, but in a good way. She accidentally she accidentally misstepped that one, because yeah, with the fact that you know, with Darcy, she took that really she took that really like, negatively, which is understandable. Like, you know, being called annoying can be a bit detrimental. Yeah, it created a bit of worry, like, in terms of, like, oh shit, did I just really say that? But yeah, it is understandable about, you know, why Darcy might have felt a bit bummed out about Tara saying that, because, you know, your girlfriend just saying that to you is just like even I felt the oof there. But yeah, with the fact that like I do worry that them two might be on a bit of a rocks themselves in regards to their relationship, just based on that comment and all of that, but hopefully they'll be able to pick it back up. And it seems like, I don't know, there might be something with Isaac in the future. I mean, I did make the mention in episode 1 about how there were all of these couples and he was just all alone and all of that, but there was that guy that he was speaking to, and it seems like he does have a thing for him. So yeah, that was really, really nice to see unfold, about how that guy had a seemingly, from what I saw, he seems to have a bit of a thing for Isaac. So hopefully that can, you know, pick up steam. So yeah.
Probably shouldn't sit next to each other on the coach.
Oh no! Come on, no.
It could be fun, being a secret again.
Yeah.
But I bet you can't last 2 days without kissing me.
There's the boyfriend banter.
Okay, everyone, can I have some quiet?
He's gonna. He's the hard ass.
How did you know that you liked him in that way?
Oh, he's asking Charlie
I always
advice.
wanted to be around him, but also anytime he was there, I felt like I couldn't breathe.
Butterflies,
I literally could not stop thinking
stomach,
about kissing him.
heart beating out of your chest, although that might be a medical condition.
Voie de réseau là, on est dans le tunnel.
Yo, you speaking French?
Ça serait top. Tu peux m'envoyer un message quand tu dis.
Nick! Even
Bye.
Tao's
What the hell was that? My dad.
Are we under the water?
Yeah.
Then why can't we see any fish? It's just pitch black.
Oh my goodness. I've never been to Paris. I wouldn't mind going to Paris, I'm not gonna lie. I've not even been out the country, to be fair. You okay? You okay there, Ben? You okay?
Well, I'm up in the window. I want the other bed. I hate being woken up by the sun.
I guess I'll share with Tao and you can share with Isaac.
Yeah.
Come on, guys! Really? Are we not letting these two share a bed together? Okay, okay. Just don't sleep like that in case, you know, one or the other just pulls each other off the bed. Oh, my heart. There you go. That's definitely put a smile on her face. But she's like, they're gonna have to come together and, you know, just clear things out and restart like, let's start from scratch, I would say.
Charlie!
Oh!
You two coming? Oh, you're being gay. Good job. Carry on.
Will we ever get to kiss without people walking in?
He's looking out for her. And,
I need a drink. An alcoholic drink.
Nah!
We probably shouldn't drink alcohol.
But you're gonna.
I need a croissant then.
Des glaces au chocolat s'il vous plaît?
Ah oui, bien sûr. Mais attendez, vous êtes anglais?
Oui, je suis en voyage scolaire.
C'est dingue, vous avez pas d'accent, c'est fou.
It is! It's just blowing my mind!
French, like an actual French person?
Oh, my dad's French.
Since when?
Since he was born.
Caring about all those people.
You just realised. You're gonna be great. And even if you're not great, I'll still think you're great because I always think you're great. And I'll clap really loud.
I'm loving how we're getting this.
Mess up the entire thing. Me and her were all that mattered.
We're getting this Tarsi flashback. I love this.
You and Nick will get to that point. I said I love you to her last week. And she didn't say it back.
Aww.
Like, maybe she didn't even want to.
I'm sure she does want to.
I wanna feel like I finally matter. I wanna be a Mona Lisa.
Can't do this in a museum.
Makes me jump.
We're in a public space.
Yeah, you can't. Bloody hell. Those vibes, those just wholesome vibes with these two.
Go to the Sacre-Cœur. Or we could do some shopping.
Oh, I feel so bad for Imogen. He's just not. Why does he give that death stare so much? Jesus Christ.
I'm not even sure he likes me that much.
Do you even like him? He sounds horrible.
This is what I was worried about when it came to episode 1.
What about you?
Oof, silence.
Do you have anything going on with anyone?
Like, Imogen deserves better. Why are you sat next to him? Are you gonna be a problem?
Intolerant. L'oignon. La ail. I'm serious, people. I get bloated. It's not funny.
Jesus.
Obsession with Charlie.
What are you trying to say?
Oh boy, oh boy.
I don't know why you're obsessed with Charlie. And to be honest, I don't even care. All I know is you're a terrible boyfriend, and I deserve better.
Go
I'm
off.
breaking up with you.
Go!
That's fine. You don't have to be such a bitch about it.
Benjamin.
Wow!
There's no need to call her a bitch.
Wow, I'm agreeing with Harry. Holy shit! She has every fucking reason to be upset.
Everything would be so much easier if I was into girls.
I'm not so sure about that, but, I know what you mean.
I mean, she's an ally,
So
so
maybe have a hug.
hug her. Hug this cinnamon roll. Oh.
Care about your friends so loudly without worrying what anyone else might think, and that's
You stick up for them.
that's really cool.
Oh wow. Oh! Oh! Be still my heart.
Hi. You taste like toothpaste. Like the first time we kissed at your house.
Oh my
I
god!
literally just now brushed my teeth, so...
That explains it.
Is that okay?
Oh my...
Yeah. I think you lost the challenge.
Yeah, you did. You did, bud. Take the L. And by L, I mean love. Oh. Look, toothpaste is a good substitute. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah, hickeys. Oh boy. Oops. Look, toothpaste, it's a good source. Or if you could ask one of the girls for some foundation, maybe, then... Oh my god. But yeah, that was... I'm not gonna lie, that was probably my favourite episode. Just with the amount of talks that happened with Tao and Elle patching things up, and I guess affirming that they are going... Like, even though that Elle still has feelings, and, you know, Tao, it's probably for the best that they become friends, or they stay friends, should I say. So yeah, but it was good stuff. So yeah, another solid episode there of Heartstopper. Like I said, my favourite probably of the lot so far of season 2. Yeah, it was really, really great to have Tao and Elle re-establish a connection over something that they, you know, would bond over with, not just something that is one-sided. So yeah, and it was just really, really great to see because of the fact that, you know, them two really reconnected. And there was, of course, that, I guess, longing to reconnect with each other for both sides. With Tao, he was beating himself up. And that continued up to a point where there was a very, very poignant conversation with Nick, and I really loved that, so I'll get onto that in a moment, but it was really, really great for them two to bond and all of that. So and they came to that understanding that their friendship is the most important thing to preserve, because they've, I mean, especially with Tao to Elle, they've stuck by each other through it all, really, and they can't really they don't want to lose that. They can't lose that whatsoever. So, yeah. But I also really found it very, very powerful about, like I said, the conversation between Nick and Tao. So, yeah. And it was really, really nice that Tao got a bit of an understanding that Nick was there for him. And not just that, though, but he got a bit of an idea about the fact that he didn't think Nick liked him, but Nick, has always appreciated him, and there were some really nice words that really backed up why Nick liked him. So I really loved that, because I think Tao really undermines himself a lot. Because of the fact that he just assumes that Nick doesn't like him, but that's far from it. Nick was very vocal about certain traits that Tao possessed that, got him on his good graces there. And there were, moments, like in last season, where Tao stood up for his friends that, really got Nick to appreciate who Tao was. So, but again, there was another case of where Tao just undermines himself, and that was about the fact that he says, why would Elle wanna ever be with me? So, and I get that, you think you're too, you think that someone is too good to be with you. You don't carry all of these, you don't carry these traits that get someone to like you in your mind. You think, oh, I don't have all of these good traits, so why would they want to be with me? But you'd be surprised, really. And I think Nick did surprise him in regards to telling him in his face, this is you in a nutshell. And it just really shows about the lack of self-worth, I would say, that Tao carries. Because he doesn't feel like Elle should like him. Because he doesn't think that, that Nick likes him and all of that, when he does. So he beats himself up about, I'm not anything special or anything. So, yeah. So I really liked that. But yeah, we got to Paris, and some interesting events unfolded, specifically at the, little restaurant place. And I'm glad that Imogen absolutely roasted Ben. Ben has just been so that's it though. He needs to sort out what he wants before hurting other people. And you can't really blame it. Like, Imogen was just feeling hurt about the ignorance that Ben showcased about how she wasn't really treated right. And she deserved so much, and we I even said it in previous episodes that, like, I get why Nick tried to caution Imogen. Because he wants to look out for her, and Ben is not really a good influence, and that really showed. And sadly, Imogen, this was the first day, and she wanted to do so much, but Ben wasn't having any of it. She just got burnt by him, and she just became so frustrated. And not just that, though, but she's observing all of these other people in relationships, whether it's Tara or Darcy, whether it's Nick or Charlie. And, you want that, and the other person's not budging. So, yeah. And I don't blame her for breaking up. And then Ben just had some words which, I was just ready to yeet him into the English Channel, I'm not gonna lie. So, yeah. I was surprised, though, by Harry just coming to him. Like, yeah, it was a small line, and yeah, it doesn't completely give him a face turn or whatever. But I think that was the first time I actually agreed with Harry. Like, holy shit, I'm agreeing with Harry. Because there was no need. Especially with the fact that he's rightfully being called out because of the fact that Imogen's just been, treated badly. So, and you just feel so bad for her. So, yeah. So I felt so bad for Imogen. Like I said, she's a wholesome character, and yeah, she did deserve a lot better. So yeah, but yeah, I really thought that this was a solid episode, and it was just really fun going onto, like, obviously there still comes that strain about the whole relationship in regards to there is that envy from Charlie about how he wishes he could just fully I guess exploit his love for Nick, and obviously he understands that Nick is still biding his time in regards to this relationship. And, well, first off, I want to say Nick with the French accent sent me. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? Holy shit. So, yeah, that was a surprise. But, yeah, it was really great to have that discussion with Tara and Charlie, because it's understandable that Charlie, will want a bit of that selfishness. I do wish that Nick was public about his relationship, but I do understand. It's completely understandable, like, especially when you're on this trip and you've got some alone time with each other and that, and you see all of these other people, like, in happy relationships. There's a part of you that does want that, want to exploit yourselves in terms of, oh, look at us, we're in love, and yeah, so kind of like going back to episode 1 when it was just him, Isaac, and Tao, and how he screamed, I have a boyfriend, and he kind of wants to do that on a more wider scale, really. So it is understandable, but I also really loved going into Tara and Darcy's relationships as well, to the point we even got a bit of a Darcy flashback. So, yeah. And yeah, there does seem to be a bit of that strain in regards to the fact that Darcy hasn't said "I love you" back. Tara made the comment, and you do feel so bad, like, in a sense that you do want the "I love you too" words to come out of the other of the significant other's mouth, I guess. So yeah, but it is great that we are exploring these different ships and their different predicaments. Whether it's because of the fact that with Nick he hasn't fully revealed that he is bisexual, and there is a bit of that like jealousy in other people, in other relationships, should I say, from Charlie, or whether it's what we're discovering with Tara and Darcy, with the fact that there is this hurt feeling, especially after Tara accidentally hurt Darcy's feelings. So yeah, I've got to say I love the two teachers, by the way, because they are freaking day and night. You got someone who's so pacified, someone who's so I guess, but like kinder in terms of an attitude, and then you've got the other teacher who just doesn't give a shit. He is just fucking done. He is just tired of everything. They are so day and night, and it's so fun to see. Like there's just little bits where it's just them two, and you know the chemistry is just really, really great, because like I said, there's one teacher who's just completely chill, pacified, and you know, might take it a bit easy on the kids. There's another teacher though who won't take it easy on the kids. Like you have that, okay, can you all settle down? And then he's just like, fingers on lips, sit down, shut the fuck up, basically. So it's a blast. It is a blast. But yeah, I really, really loved that. But yeah, it was really, really great stuff. And yeah, it's all about how do we cover up this hickey. Like I said, toothpaste. But that's usually to get rid of it, like overnight or whatever. Don't think it's gonna do that in the morning. So unless that toothpaste is radioactive or whatever, and can act as the mother of all, I guess, healing creams. So yeah, it's all about, okay, how do we cover this up? You know, wear a scarf. It's too warm to be wearing a scarf. I just want to wear a scarf. So, yeah. But I definitely feel like this might push things in terms of, like, because people start asking questions, etc. Especially those who are out of the loop in terms of Charlie and Nick's relationship. So, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Is that...
Yep.
Did I do that?
Yep.
Do you think anyone will notice?
Yeah, I think everyone will notice.
It's not a needle in a haystack.
You! I cannot believe the actual...
Jesus!
We will be having words.
Wow. Wow, Tao. Oh, sheesh!
We're going for breakfast.
I'll be there in a minute.
Whoa!
Help me! No need for the gory details.
Oi, Charlie Spring!
Oh no. Oh no. Shut the fuck up.
He's the only other gay guy on the trip, so... Did you see that guy down in reception, like dark hair?
I am really, really worried, because last episode he did bring up the prospect of not feeling hungry.
Okay, starting with Charlie Spring and James McEwen.
What? Oh, come on, that's not really helping rumours.
It's a date.
Harry, shut the... Yeah, shut up.
Next up is Nick Nelson and Ben Hope.
Oh, really? Really?
So, people and get a laugh out of your mates, but do you ever stop and think how you're actually making people feel? Like, come on, Harry, where's your basic human empathy?
I can't believe it out, but
so stupid.
Isaac! Holy shit, let's go, Isaac! Tell him!
Like, if they just kiss, they'll figure it out. Darcy!
Oh,
that's not what I
Darcy.
Remember when we were walking into Truro? No, not really.
You know what? Never
don't mind.
Oh, this hurts.
Get on with work.
Give me a chance to figure myself out, and then you came along and you stole him from me. Charlie really liked me before you got in his head. At least that was nice enough not to give me a hickey where everyone could see.
Okay, is everyone
Simmer down,
It's very hot
you
today,
bellend.
so make sure you...
We didn't get tickets for the lift.
No.
Hey, it gives the kids and gives everyone really a chance to stretch those legs, right? If it were me, I would just be collapsing midway through. Yeah, like Darcy, I would be Darcy.
Smiles.
It's like on the London Eye, yeah, you have to take selfies. Shit.
Is that hickey from you then?
Oh shit! Come
What
on.
if it was? You jealous? I'm not gay. Nah, leave him alone, lads. Come on. Come on.
Harry! Harry! What the fuck is going on with the last episode and now this? What the fuck? Is this his dad? Papa! Papa!
Bonjour, je ne suis pas joignable pour le moment.
Wait, really? You just called him? You just called him and it's not like it's been 5 minutes. What the frick?
You're getting bullied every single day. I never wanted to tell you because I don't want you to hate me.
But you know that wasn't your fault, don't you?
You didn't do it selfishly or anything.
accident.
Yeah, exactly.
Untitled. Charlie. Cool. Do you like Radiohead? Yeah.
Oh my god!
Have you seen the Romeo and Juliet movie from the 90s? It's one of my favourite movies.
With Leonardo
It's got
DiCaprio
Radiohead song in the
peak.
credits. It makes me cry like every time.
I was so shy.
For your Nick.
Oh.
Oh, that's
I
sweet.
might think you gave me this hickey if you keep this up.
Help to deflect the rumours.
Guys, come on. We need to get to the moon.
Oh, that was wholesome.
That's the Mona Lisa. That's it. It's rubbish.
What? Darcy, it's art.
Darcy, what the fuck? That's it. She was expecting the painting to come alive. Watching too much Sarah Jane Adventures.
I guess that's true of real life as well.
What is?
That you don't need to understand it.
You don't have to understand your feelings completely to know that you like something. You don't have to.
Yeah.
You don't want to go back to the others?
No.
Let's do this. Let's have this amazing, wonderful moment.
No, we've already walked past the Mona Lisa.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
He genuinely thinks that he still has a chance of getting back with you. He doesn't.
Yeah, Charlie shut that door long time ago.
Right.
Should we get going?
Oh my god.
I want to say I love you back.
It was just a casual I love you. You said you didn't mean it like that.
But you know I did.
And it's nice to hear those words echoed back. Oh.
Charlie, what's wrong?
It's gonna collapse. There we go. There we go.
I don't feel very well.
Shit.
Somebody get Mr.
Holy
Fruit.
shit.
Charlie?
I can only think of the Da Vinci Code, and you would literally have to tie me to a chair if you wanted me to watch that actual monstrosity again.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Let's just forget that
oh.
happened.
We finally got there. It's happening. I love to see it. Magnificent.
And do the pose as well.
I don't do poses.
Yes, you do. Go on.
facial expression.
I love these two.
Charlie fainted.
Right, we'll let you chill out a bit.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, I love him. I love Mr. Farouk so much. I love both of them.
I used to do it a lot last year, and everything at school was really bad.
Oh my goodness.
Sometimes it feels like the only thing I can control in my life.
Shit.
If there's anything that I can do to make things less stressful, cheering you up, I'm your boyfriend, Charlie. And I really care about you.
He doesn't want to see you, like, faint or anything. The croissant, of course.
A bit dry. You are not rejecting the croissant that I have lovingly carried for you all day.
Thinks he's Gordon Ramsay. It's dry. It's raw!
Ça va? J'ai pu le faire? Ok. À bientôt.
Woo!
Bye.
Him speaking French.
Sorry about that.
Mind-blowing.
Like you're blushing.
I am not.
Oh yeah, sure.
Leave me alone, you dick. Oh, non.
Oh!
Non. Pas de ça ici.
Oh, that. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Introduce you to him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm guessing, you know.
To get in touch with him and he never.
Yeah, yeah. He's difficult in that area, but he's not a complete dick. Homophobic, etc.
We promise to tell each other when we've got stuff going on.
Said I'd meet him in a cafe in 20 minutes.
We're gonna move on then, I guess. Well, this should be interesting to unpack. I'm really enjoying what is coming out in terms of the Paris arc at the minute. With you know, like with the first 3 episodes, they were really, really great at setting things up, and then I've really enjoyed what episode 4 had on offer, and then this episode comes out, and it's just really, really great stuff. I felt like quite a lot has happened, and yet there hasn't really been that much time when you consider like the episode length and all of that. So, but there is just so much to factor, and yeah. I mean, first off, there is, of course, the I think the main issue that a lot of us have been worried about, and that is Charlie and how he has been trying to control his eating, and how, of course, there was that situation where it got to a detrimental point. I gotta love the. I mean, it is a very, very you know, distressing subject, because obviously you don't want Charlie to go through this ordeal. But I mean, the visuals were great in terms of like highlighting the kind of fuzzy atmosphere, you know, when you're about to faint and all of that. So yeah. But they do a really, really good job in Heartstopper in terms of highlighting great animation. So yeah. But yeah, it was really, really, you know, you were getting a bit concerned when he didn't, like, when it got to the point when Nick even sensed that something might be up, and he wrapped up the croissant just in case. But you were worried when he echoed, and then you remember the last episode where he didn't say he was feeling hungry when, you know, at the restaurant thingy-mabob, I think it was, or well, yeah, when they were downstairs and Imogen and Ben broke up, he was hardly eating there as well. So yeah, and it got to the point where he brought up the matter in this episode, and you were really concerned, and then of course he was starting to zone out. And yeah, so And it is really, really sad because of everything that he went through, especially with the bullying. And how he says that his life, he lost control of everything in his life, and this was the only thing he could control. It is a really, really sad thing to divulge into, because it sadly does make sense about why he does feel like he can have this control about that. And there is, of course, this huge weight on him with the fact that he got bullied and all of that, and he couldn't do anything, and he just felt, I guess you could say, empty, really, in regards to not really wanting to eat and all of that. So yeah, but that's it. Like, in regards to the fact that he had no control, and yeah, this was the only thing he could really regulate. And it's just really, really sad. It went to a point where, and I think this is the first time, really, where it's gotten to that detrimental point. I don't know, but it does seem like, because it has been going on for some time where he's been able to control things, as the bullying got really, really hectic. It got really, really bad when he was outed. And this was the only thing at this point. Controlling his eating was the only thing that really was manageable, because everything else he lost control of. And yeah, so, but if he hasn't passed out before, it would have been in some kind of alone time or something like that, because this seems to be like the first time with company that it's been, because I'm sure his parents would have brought it up or something, because they would have surely shown concern as well, because we've seen a bit of them, and they obviously do want Charlie's best interest, and yeah, even if things go if they try to restrict Charlie in terms of seeing Nick or anything, but yeah. Yeah, it is really, really great that you had Nick there listening to Charlie whilst he addresses why he has not been eating as much and all of that. So yeah, it is just a very, very heartbreaking topic to divulge into, and I'm just hoping that if there is more of those instances, of course, then yeah, Nick is gonna definitely be there to make sure that, because he doesn't want things to get worse for Charlie. So more croissants, even if it's dry, right? Just stacked away. So yeah, but yeah, it was really, really great that Nick was there. So yeah. But yeah, it was also really, really great to just, of course, pick up on the whole Hickey situation, because, I was surprised that there was, I mean, I'm guessing everything was in a rush or whatever, but I was surprised that there was no, I don't know, attempt to kind of hide it or something like that, because, as I said at the beginning of this episode, I feel like there is going to be a lot of worry, particularly on Charlie, because of the fact that obviously Nick hasn't told everyone about his bisexuality, and he doesn't want this forced acceleration based on people spreading shit, because not everyone is gonna bypass it. Now, everyone's gonna look at the Hickey and be like, okay, someone got intimate last night, so yeah, there's going to be some people who are going to take the piss, like Harry. So, although, right, I do, because it's only going to be a little bit before we do pick back up on things. But, firstly, Isaac, fucking MVP, man. The way that he absolutely hung Harry out to that was just great. That was just great. He just, yeah, told him where he just sat his ass down and told him he was a dick. So it was great stuff from Isaac. So that was really, really great stuff. And then Isaac again, and not Isaac, Harry again, should I say, just trying to be the better person. Because last episode, we had Ben call Imogen a bitch because of the fact that she was being understandably hurt in regards to how Ben was treating her. So you had Ben call her the bitch word, and then Harry was like, "There's no need." So that completely shook me as well. And then in this episode, when everyone was taking the piss, and then everyone was pointing eyes at Nick because they decided to continue the whole hickey drama. You had Harry be like, simmer down. I don't know if that's an effect from Isaac or whatever, because that's why I'm bringing up the last episode. There was a moment where I'm like, fucking hell, I'm actually supportive of Harry here, and then he just goes and says that. So I don't know if Isaac really if he got something through his head or anything, but still. It was really, even Nick and Charlie were shook of. But yeah, with the whole hickey drama, like I said, at the beginning of the episode, that was basically my point in regards to, okay, well, Charlie's going to be worried because he doesn't want anything forced for Nick in terms of, because he has been totally understanding about the prospect of, okay, I'm not going to rush things in regards to you telling everyone. So yeah, and people are going to spread rumors and all of that, like they did. So yeah, but I think Nick is teetering on the edge because, especially when they were on the Eiffel Tower and they were like, "Oh, did Nick give this to you?" And he was like, "Yeah. So what if I did? What if I did?" So I think he's, teetering closer to telling, and all of that. So, but it's, little baby steps at the end of the day. So, yeah. Although Tao's reaction was just great. So, yeah. Speaking of Tao, finally happened. Elle and Tao, great stuff. It was really, really great. And, yeah, I mean, it was really wonderful that we had that talk, and that little lock thing that with Tao and Charlie was just great, especially given the fact that they have such an established friendship. But it was really, really great that we had that talk that led to that moment of Elle and Tao kissing, and there's no regret or anything. There is no complicated feelings, because Elle is worried that, things are just going to be a bit weird in regards to, what if I kiss Tao and all of that. Especially, given the cinema date, that went well. And then Tao just has a really, really low opinion about himself. And it is really, really sad to explore because he feels like he butchers everything up. He even blamed himself about accidentally outing Charlie, because it will break your heart when your friend is getting crucified and all of that. And even if it was an accident, it's still going to be a case where you're just going to beat yourself up, and that's basically what's going on for poor Tao at the minute. So, but like I said, Charlie giving him that assurance, as well as that flashback, wholesome. Him giving him that assurance was great. But it was really, really great that we had that really nice moment. We got there. We got there with Elle and Tao. So it's all awesome. And that's it, though. Both characters needed to have with Elle, she was like, "Oh God, I'm sorry I did that," and then Tao needed that moment where he had to stand on his own 2 feet and assure Elle it was okay and all of that. Because they both have feelings for each other. They just needed to clear the air about the fact that it's like what I mentioned in the last episode. They needed to clear that air. They needed to have that moment where, because otherwise it's just gonna, like for Tao especially, even if he was worried that I think he would just be beating himself up further because of regret, because it's all about that missed opportunity to be with Elle, and thankfully there seems to be none of that, because we had that kiss where they both expressed each other's feelings. So yeah, and it's like it's like what Elle even said to Nick, like art with life, you don't have to understand it. You know, if you feel, if you know, you like those butterflies in your stomach with each other, you feel good, then spark's gonna happen. So you don't need to dissect the reasoning or whatever. So yeah, but yeah, I also really loved the fact that I also really loved the fact that we did get to see 4 of those 2 they are great. The 2 teachers are just great stuff. I just love them being in the background and everything, and just seeing the band. It's just really great. And then of course we had the Tarsi situation, because of course things are getting a bit more. I don't think Darcy has came out to her parents given the dialogue that Tara mentioned. Like, how come you never say this? How come I never go to your house? Etc., etc. So, and it would make sense, because we have seen, with Nick's mother completely understanding to the point where she broke our hearts. So, yeah. And then, of course, Charlie's parents, they are okay about things. So, yeah. There's going to be some families that are just going to be, completely ignorant to the prospect of same-sex relationships. So I have a feeling that Tarsi hasn't is either worried, or they have expressed how they are not for same-sex relationships, and yeah. So and then we also had that situation with Ben being narcissistic twatsicle. He thinks he has a chance. He thinks he has a chance to win Charlie back. Yeah, I think that Ferrari are gonna win the 2023 F1 World Championship. You see the common theme? Delusion. I was even thinking Charlie shut that door a long time ago. And also the fact that you don't own Charlie, you ignorant shit. So, and then of course he you know what's interesting is, he is that much of a he is a narcissist, and he is trying to shed some blame, but you're the bigger villain. Like, that's what he implied to Nick, because he ruined his chance with Charlie, he ruined his chance with Imogen. Who was the one that completely ignored Imogen's interests and, just was like, yeah, whatever. So, yeah. And not just that, though, but Charlie sees more happiness with Nick than he ever did with you, Ben. So, just say, reevaluate, okay? So, but... yeah, you can't steal another person, from another person, I guess. You can't steal someone, right? Because you don't own him. He's a person. He has those feelings, etc. So, yeah. He's not a PS5, or he's not some item you pick from a shop. He's not, a property that you think you can own. And Charlie, you know, if love works both ways, then Charlie would not. Yeah, you blew that chance, and he's pretty much happy with Nick. So, yeah, I wouldn't call that stealing, but yeah, but yeah, delusion. Like I said, if he thinks he has a chance with, Charlie, if he thinks he has that idea that Nick stole Charlie, delusion. So, yeah. See, he should support Ferrari because and have hope because delusion. Oh man, yeah. So no. At the end of the day, though, Nick. There's no like he's trying to make him the villain. That's not Nick whatsoever. Because he did he was there for Charlie.
Would you feel better if I waited here?
No. No, please come with me.
Oh. So yeah, I'm guessing Mr. Nelson. Truth Dare. Okay, I love that title. Just rotating.
I'm sorry, boys. Something has come up. But I haven't told you my news. I'm coming to England next week.
Okay.
Small business trip. Laisse pas tomber le rugby. Les filles adorent les joueurs de rugby. Was good to meet you,
Oh
Charlie.
boy, okay.
Wonderful
Okay.
to
Well,
meet one of Nick's friends.
yeah, friends.
Yeah, you too.
Friends.
Oh.
Me and Elle kissed?
No way.
No,
Everyone's vibing.
We kissed.
Everyone's vibing. Hey.
Oh my god, Tao, you have to tell us everything right now.
Oh, the
She
gossip.
kind of initiated it.
I literally just went.
Oh, Isaac. Oh, the look he made me sad when he was just there. Yeah, good on Tara.
Boys,
Oh, what? Oh, for crying out loud.
Don't figure out you're gay into your late 20s.
Oh.
Tend to miss out on those
Oh.
beautiful gay teenage experiences.
Are they gonna? Are they gonna? Oh my god! Oh my god! Paris just has an effect.
Come on.
Oh my heart. I think I was supposed to go to Paris on my birthday once upon a time ago. What? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god, it's gonna mount and mount and mount because Isaac is just living for this. I'm loving these two. Oh, that's so beautiful.
You sure you're okay
Just-
with me borrowing this?
As long as you don't steal it like the last three you borrowed, I actually quite like that.
I didn't steal them, I just forgot to give them back.
Typical relationship goals, right? Hoodie stealing.
Right. Come on. We're gonna be late.
I hate you.
Oh, you like me.
I really don't.
Oh, I love these two. So wholesome. Oh boy. Oh. Oh, I see more tension arising with this relationship. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Get
Ow. Too bad.
Now they know how Nick and Charlie feel, okay? Where were we? Mood. Oh my goodness. Because Isaac did seem a bit nervous, but... Oh, wait.
I'm sorry.
He just doesn't know. Okay, okay, okay. Oh. He tried. Oh. No, I feel so much for Isaac.
Staying out with each other.
Sorry to interrupt your very obvious flirting, but it's alcohol time.
She's had too much. Okay, that is too much.
Enjoy.
She's had too much.
My parents never let me have alcohol.
Well, your parents aren't in Paris.
Sorry. I know I've said some homophobic stuff in the past, but I feel like I know better now. And I'll never say anything like that again.
He's just trying to vibe with the popular crowd.
No.
Yikes! Get fucked!
That isn't even funny. I barely know Charlie. No, this game is so stupid. I'm tired.
This game had a limit, and it's been passed. Oh my god.
Me.
Oh my god, Nick.
Oh my god.
Nick.
That's really cute.
I called it.
Really? How long have you been going out?
A few months.
Well, you were saying it the other day.
I never would have guessed Nick was gay.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
You have food poisoning.
Okay, just try and take some deep breaths. I'll get you a sip bag. Oh.
Why did I get into teaching?
I love him.
Probably.
But it's gonna be okay. When you've got Charlie here and everyone in that group.
We'll be okay.
I do love how understanding the group was. Like, do you want us to keep it a secret, etc.?
I'm not sure I'm ready to do anything more than kissing.
No,
No.
That right now.
Oh.
Nick jumped the gun a bit there. Like, thinking, oh, okay.
If you didn't ever want to do it, then I wouldn't either. That sounded really cheesy.
Oh, I'm so I think we both are, to be honest. Why would we like No idea.
Never change, right?
I love you.
I feel like with...
It's so gross. I was just sick. I don't care.
I think that was why Tara was not, like, too pleased, because she wants to have a nice, proper conversation. Oh, they're gonna sleep in the same bed. Oh my god. Ah! I love these two so much, though. Oh, but I think he wants Nick to answer that. Yeah, he wants Nick to yeah. Now, like, word has gotten out. I think he wants Nick to, like, even though that, you know, Nick said this and that. It's his call, really, at the end of the day. So, yeah. But, whew. Nice stuff. Nice. Yeah. I really, really enjoyed that. That was great stuff. Yeah, I didn't think we would, for some reason, I just didn't think we'd be returning from Paris until, like, the last episode. For some reason, I don't know, but, yeah. It was just really, really great stuff. Just overall. So, but yeah. Isaac just crushing my heart. I loved how, you know, both those teachers just, you know, got together. That was a really, really wholesome moment. So yeah, but it was just really, really, you know, great stuff. Enjoyed this installation so much, especially with some of the lighting as well. In the hallways, it was really, really beautiful. I felt so. Yeah, that was something that did stand out so well. But yeah, yeah, I don't know where to start really, because there was just so many great moments to unpack, and there was also some very, very. We'll start off on a very, very you know, emotional note, I would say, and that is with Isaac, because his story has been very interesting in regards to how he has not been, I guess, included in terms of the relationship. As you see all of these people with I guess significant others, and then he's just there, like in this episode where, you know, everyone was running off with their significant other, and there's Isaac. So and you had James, who just approached him, and yeah, I mean, you saw him being in the part in the room, and yeah, it was it, like, especially with the atmosphere, yeah, it was just really, really you know, isolating, really, wasn't it? So, and then you had James there, really, who of course, you know, addressed his feelings, etc. But Isaac, yeah, with Isaac, it did seem like he was not, he wasn't sure at first, and then he just, yeah, he might, it seems like he might not be, you know, interested in any of that, you know, connectivity stuff. So yeah. So, and I feel like deep down he, you know, would want to be like with someone, but you know, you just can't force your sexuality. It's just a part of who you are. So yeah, and yeah, so but it does seem like we're exploring that he may be asexual. So yeah, but you know, it was like you saw the pain that followed him, and it seems, you know, it does seem like he does want to belong in that relate, but you can't, like I said, you can't force someone to be a certain sexuality or whatever. So that's not how this game works, and yeah, but you see all of these people, and it's like, well, why I just cannot vibe like them. So and it can be very, very crushing. So yeah, but yeah, Isaac's story was very, very heartbreaking, and you know, I would have wanted to give him a hug, because he is, you know, asking so many questions in his head right now. I'd imagine. And this was really an experience. Like, he even said he didn't have any. I mean, fair enough. Some people might not have, who may not be asexual, may not have any celebrity crushes. But I think with that, and you know, exploring Isaac, yeah. So and not just that though, but this was, like, I guess, one of his first experiences, and yeah, he just yeah, so yeah, but yeah, it was a really, really, it was really, really great stuff. We had some development with Tarsi, should I say, where, of course, she did make the confession, but I feel like with there were certain, not so approving looks from Tara when she entered the room, and mainly I feel like it was because she saw the alcohol and knew that this, like, if she had any desire to, want to address things and hope that, Darcy would admit that she loved Tara, then yeah, it would be under the influence. And my main worry is, yeah, Darcy did make that I love you retort, but Tara might think, is she meaning that in a sense? Or is this like the alcohol kind of seeping through? So, because, I mean, Darcy could be an emotional drunk and all of that, so, yeah. But, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I am low-key worried about where their relationship might be heading, especially, like, seeing that final shot on the bus, but we'll just have to wait and see what will happen, but, yeah. I gotta say, Mr. Ajayi and Mr. Farouk just getting together was just so good. It was so good. I loved it. I mean, I had the vibe for some time. They are, like I said, they are so day and night, and it just works so well. Okay. But I gotta say that was emotional learning of Mr. Farouk's backstory and all of that. Like when he said he never got that chance to experience, and there were flirting between the two teachers. But his feelings were, I guess, they were unquestionable in terms of like how he is attracted to people of the same sex. It's just he never got that opportunity. They let Nick and Charlie off the same hook because Mr. J, he was like, well, I mean, it would be hypocritical for me to chastise them because, I was like them when I was their age, but not for Mr. Farouk. And of course there was sympathy lent towards him, and yeah. I had a feeling them two would would end up getting together, and thanks to Darcy's food poisoning, things were pushed even closer, and yeah, it just melted my heart. I love it. I loved it. It was so great. It was so wonderful, and I just loved it so much. So yeah. But yeah, it was really, really great stuff. And then, of course, we pushed further with Tao and Al. And I loved that at the beginning, though, when you have the two groups. You have the both guys and girls just talking about as if it was like, I don't know, a 70s movie, with your two groups saying, I have this attraction to a boy, I have this attraction. Yeah. It low-key felt like that, but I just really, really loved it. Like, they didn't fabricate any detail from what I know. It was detail for both sides, and it was just really, really great stuff. Like, I just loved how all the guys were very, very supportive of Tao, and as well with all the gals with Elle. So yeah, especially since some of them have been wanting, well, both sides have been really wanting this ship to sail. But it was really, really nice to see. It was like for everyone to finally digest in that affirmation that, well, them two are a thing. It's like, thank goodness, the ship is sailing. It was a coming, but yeah. But speaking of people learning about ships sailing, because there were quite a few people who were like, I had a feeling Nick and Charlie were together. But yeah, I really, so obviously with that truth or dare scenario, it was a very, very I mean, there was some very, very, like, limit-pushing aspects that were brought up, like, did James, because the rumors were James gave Charlie the hickey, so let's agitate those rumors. And then that same person was like, okay, I dare you to kiss Ben. Really? So, yeah. And yeah, I mean, it was a very, very, like, with Nick and his journey, obviously it's been very, very, and I feel like this was a very important moment for him in terms of addressing, well, you could say addressing everyone in the room about his relationship, and I'll get on to how important it is compared to his situation with his dad in a moment. But it was a very, very, like, all season long, obviously, we've known how anxious things have been with Nick in terms of wanting to come out, you know, as a bisexual. Because I feel like there is this, like, running theme about, like, everyone assuming, oh, you're gay. No, I'm bisexual, actually. So, yeah. But I feel like, as well, at the end of the day, a lot of them are young, and, you know, their first thoughts will be like, oh, so you're gay, but, you know, it might be a bit more, there might be a bit more layers to it, like, actually I'm bisexual, actually I'm pansexual, etc, etc. So, yeah, but still, I digress. It was very, like, all season long, there's been this anxiousness with Nick, and I really felt like in that moment where he didn't, like, he chose not to run anymore, because there was a lot of mounting pressure on Charlie as well, like, when it came to, okay, who gave you the hickey and all of that, and like, Charlie has been there for Nick. Nick decided to not just be there for Charlie, but also to be there for himself as well, because you know, revealing to everyone in that room that you're bisexual. Not just that, though, but you're in a relationship with Charlie as well. You know, it's a very, very big moment, obviously, coming out. As we saw last season when he came out to his mother. But I really, really loved the vibe about how everyone was very, very supportive. And at that point, Ben left the room, I think. So everyone supportive was in that room. I gotta also love the fact that they decided to tell Harry to stick it, because, yeah, he would just make the atmosphere worse, and he was just trying to ride the high horse and try to, you know, like, he tried to join in the popular clique, like, oh, we're gonna be supportive, because I'm sure he said the F word, you know, the F word. I'm not going to say it, but I'm sure he said the F word last season. So, yeah. But, you know, with the idea of, you know, Nick and Charlie potentially being a thing, and everyone being supportive of that, oh, I got to ride this high horse. So, no. Piss off. You can mope and all of that. I don't know. But yeah, everyone supportive was in that room. And you could really, really tell how everyone was absorbed. Like, they didn't, like, I feel like well, there were a few people, like I said, that were like, I knew they were together. But they didn't think that they would get affirmation, I think. Yeah. And everyone was absorbed by that affirmation, to the point where they were like, do you want us to keep it a secret? So everyone was not just supportive about the fact that, oh, Nick and Charlie are a thing, but they were so wanting to have a protective layer of their relationship, because obviously they know that things might get out of hand in terms of some people finding out and all of that, and deciding, because not everyone's going to take it well, sadly. But like I said, it was really, really good to, it was really, really good to have a group full of people. I'm just wondering who spread the rumor, basically. Because I'm doubting that comment was someone from the Paris trip. It would have been someone back home. So, yeah. But yeah, like I said, it was very, very important because we had that scene at the beginning where we met with Nick's dad. It was very, like, from the get-go, awkward. I just got an awkward vibe. As I guess you would when, you know, he has a habit of not being there, but it just got a bit awkward. Like, especially when it lent towards the girlfriend topic. Like, I think his dad has an idea of masculine, like his son, you know, should be masculine and all of that. And he's expecting a girlfriend and all of that. I know that Nick's brother did mention about, oh, what's your dad gonna think when he finds out? Because I don't know if, considering how David was a knob, I don't know if he was just trying to stir drama or anything like that. Because I don't think we got anything of an idea of what Nick's dad was like. So, and I don't know, I don't want to think, because you don't want someone to be homophobic, but at the same time, you want people to accept, you want everyone to accept you, but sadly there are homophobic people out there in the world. So, yeah. But yeah, he was just expecting, oh, you got a girlfriend, etc. Yeah, it's like, yeah, sure. So, but it's just really, really sad because it's not just the fact that he took off like not even 5 minutes after meeting with his son, but he barely knows the kid. This is your son, for fuck's sake. You barely know the kid. So it's just very, very upsetting, and the upset was visible on Nick's face when, like, he's trying to have a connection with his dad, but his dad is not providing a connection because he's hardly there. He hardly knows the kid, and it's just ridiculous. So, yeah. And like I said, it was very important that Nick told everyone at that party about the fact that he was bisexual, because all of the negative energy was out of the room. Ben was out, Harry wasn't invited in, etc. So, and of course, Ajay and Farouk, they knew, like they bypassed it because of the fact that, you know, well, Mr. Ajay was, like I said, commenting about the fact that, well, we were like this when we were their age, so yeah. But, like, everyone who was out of the loop, who were very, very supportive, were in that room, I would say, that Nick could have confidence in. And he needed that, considering he wanted to tell his dad, but his dad just, well, barely knows the kid, and yeah. So it was important for him to have this nice confidence boost where you've got a bunch of supportive people who are going to back you because, you know, it is a very, very, like, especially when you're a kid as well, not just in general, but there is quite this mounting pressure, like it has been for Nick all season long, and he needed that boost, because his like demeanor got knocked because his dad was, well, he wanted to tell his dad, but his dad just doesn't. Yeah, he's just not there. So having a group of people acknowledge and respect, not just respect, well, acknowledge and are okay with the fact that you're, well, bisexual and you've got this relationship with Charlie going on, but they respect you to the point where they're like, do you want us to keep this a secret? Do you want us to keep this on the D-low? It's a really, really massive boost for Nick. So, yeah. But yeah, it was a great episode. I'm excited to see what's going to happen next time. And yeah, to see how things are going to turn out back home with the fact that obviously Nick has that comment. Not that he's any of the wiser at the minute because he's napping, but like I said, that's for Nick to answer, not Charlie, because Charlie, whereas Charlie would want to screech to the entire world, to the 8 billion on this planet, that he is with Nick Nelson. And whilst a lot of people, whilst, you know, Nick has made his feelings clear, it's Nick's journey in terms of, you know, his sexuality and whatnot that, you know, he needs to take on his own accord. So yeah. No, go away, Ben, go away. Oh shoot!
Now is the most special girl, the perfect girl for my perfect boy. I have to call Papa to tell her the news, and then I have to call Auntie Lee.
Oh dang! Oh dang! Oh dang!
Talked about actually being boyfriend and girlfriend.
We've both been waiting for this.
Oh, I love her energy so much.
How come Nick gets to invite someone and I don't?
Because you're a knob.
Do you have a girlfriend you'd like to invite, David?
That's sass!
It was really fun.
He's treading cautiously here. But he's worried that this dynamic is gonna have to drift away. Oh, is that like some kind of mist? Some purple, unhealthy mist?
No.
Yes.
I don't know, maybe? Try it
Yeah,
on.
I forgot the prom was
Listen,
still a
how many
thing.
matches my dress is perfect.
Shows how much I care about proms personally. Look, dancing, not my thing. Wow, I love how everyone's chipping in because, yeah, she is killing it. She is definitely killing it.
About you. But then we kissed and I just knew that I didn't.
Yeah. He's just surrounded by relationships and whatnot. No. Oh.
There's nothing wrong with you.
Isaac, no.
Look, I get that you don't think my life is interesting unless I have some kind of romantic drama going on, but I'm sorry to break it to you, I don't like him back. Okay?
Oh.
You can all carry on with your day now.
Isaac.
Oh.
No, I'm sorry, I'm fine.
Hey, Elle, I love your piece. I'm so
Tao's
excited
gonna
for it to
find
be
out
released.
accidentally, isn't
And I
he?
can't wait to see what art you make when you start this in September.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh!
I have the words to describe what that is. But then, freedom.
Isaac's gonna find out a bit about himself.
Euphoria of freeing yourself from those pressures and expectations.
Oh, this is uplifting. Like him finding an answer. Like, because he has been worried there's something wrong. There's nothing wrong with him though. And he's getting that affirmation.
My friend? So you guys can't tease me about being the token ally anymore now that Sahar's here?
For God's sake! No, we're still rolling. We're still rolling. Boom.
Interesting. I should probably leave.
You were saying, Imogen?
If I leave it any longer.
It's beautiful. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3.
He is happy for her. I saw Tao's hair. I saw his. Oh. Oh. Come on, get in on it. I know it might be worrying for Tao, but deep down he wants Elle to fry. Oh, for fuck's sake.
What are you doing here? I need to talk to you.
No! Get the memo!
I want to be like you two, but my parents would never accept who I really am. I'm sorry for everything.
Even if that's the case, you manipulated him and...
Did was wrong, but you don't get to ambush me into forgiving you. Sorry
He has
doesn't make up
he
for
has
everything you
the
did.
choice to say he forgives you or not.
I really hope you become a better person so you don't hurt anyone else. But I don't want to be there to see that happen.
He's made his decision and he
I don't want to
stands
see
by
you
it.
ever again.
Oh, damn. Okay, that speaks volumes about the way he just walked away from that wave of pride.
I'm here for you, mate.
Mate.
You did not just call me mate.
Pal. Bro. Supportive straight friend.
Pal. Buddy.
Doesn't have to know, sweetheart. He's got no right to know. You don't owe him a thing.
Yeah, but I'm just worried about David just gonna be a dick.
I'm not doing it for him, I'm doing it for me.
Yes. Big step for him.
So we're getting Charlie to join. Wonder why.
David, shut the fuck up.
What is your problem?
I played rugby when I was
Tori,
in
come on.
university. It's a very attractive sport to women. Have neither of you boys found girlfriends?
Oh.
Charlie's my boyfriend.
Oh my god.
Surprise. I'm bi, he's gay, and I was actually really stressed out about how I was going to tell you. But you know what? I don't care what you think about it anymore. This is the time when you might actually take an interest in my life, but...
Oh, Nick.
You never do. But your bullying just doesn't affect me anymore because, quite simply, I do not care.
You're a shit brother.
I like who I am. I like my life.
Jeez.
Maybe you should stay with Dad next time.
Oh.
Let him speak to us like that.
Oh, David, be quiet. We've had quite enough from you, thank
It's
you.
Nick that's making a scene.
Are you shitting me?
He's not a very good dad, is he?
No, he's not.
I'm getting emotional
He
again.
doesn't care.
I wish I understood, but I don't. I think it's a very sad way to exist.
That's it's life, isn't it? So you don't have to understand it.
But call me when you get back to Edinburgh, huh?
Glasgow.
Oh yeah, Glasgow.
There you go. He doesn't even know. Jesus Christ.
Boyfriend's influence.
Tori, get him. Push him down the stairs. Oh, do that.
You are a pathetic little man. Talk about my brother like that again, and I'll end you.
Woo! Let's go! Let's go, Tori!
Charlie didn't eat very much.
So, yeah, he didn't. Oh. This is gonna play on Nick's worries, isn't it? Like, after what happened in the last episode. Yeah. I feel so bad for her. She can't embrace who she is, that's the sad thing, because her mother... I feel so bad for her. Yeah. Yeah. I do feel so bad for her because, you know, I mean, we made the assumption, given her demeanor and all of that, because I don't believe that we've gotten to see Darcy's mother before, or known about her mother, but there does, well, prior to this, there was that idea that she was a bit difficult, so, and but yeah, the dinner scenario was a treat, wasn't it? Ugh. I mean, I would like to hug Nick as well, because that was a really, I think that was his biggest. We've known that there's been, anxiousness that has been following Nick for a bit of for some time, but this was the big one because David, his brother, he's a complete knob, and can I say Tori just absolutely, being his Grim Reaper essentially was just fabulous. I love Tori so much. But yeah, his brothers are used. His dad's not even there, so. And not just that though, but he just goes with the idea that, oh, I expect you to have a girlfriend because masculinity, right? But yeah. That's the thing, though, as well. I know there's been the joke as well in regards to the running theme in terms of, oh, you're getting, no, actually bisexual. That. I mean, not to obviously slam on anyone else who's made it, but I'm just thinking, back to that running theme and all of that. He would definitely say that you're gay and all of that because. Yeah, it would be a bit more of a sadder reasoning rather than everyone just assuming, because not everyone is going to understand the full scope of sexuality, and over the course of the show, we're seeing people like Isaac, which I loved, by the way. Whereas with him, he would probably, have acknowledged the full scope of sexuality, but he just, wouldn't care whatsoever. Stefan seems to be like a guy who just doesn't even, he doesn't even put in much of an effort, not even 1% of an effort. And that's sad. And it's really, really sad. So... it seems like he's not, homosexual, seemingly, but he just doesn't care. Yeah, I mean, I'm really, really enjoying this season of Heartstopper so much, and, I was just so embraced with the first season, and it was just a fantastic journey, especially in terms of Charlie and Nick, and how that relationship was starting to form, especially with Charlie coming off the heels of what happened with Ben. But also Nick slowly coming to the realization about his sexuality. But this season has just, I feel like it's been a really nice continuation. With Nick and Charlie, of course, discovering more about their relationship, and also Nick facing those hurdles in terms of him wanting to tell people that he is bisexual, and about the anxiety that might come with it, and some of the difficult people, because sadly not everyone's going to be accepting about sexuality, but it was really, really fantastic, especially with this episode. There was a lot of great moments that I was just eating up. I mean, Tori was just fantastic. I have to talk about her in the latter part, because there is quite a bit to digest about the whole dinner situation. But yeah, I do want to talk about Isaac first, because yeah, it was just very, very powerful. Like, as we divulged in the last episode, that, like, he was just in complete pain, really, with the fact that you had someone who did like him, who seems to be really, really nice as well. It's just that he just can't reciprocate those feelings, and it's like, deep down, you've got all of these relationships. Like, that's the thing, though. He's surrounded by relationships and all that jazz. He just doesn't. He just doesn't have that vibe in him. He just doesn't. He just does not resonate to those feelings of love and all of that. He appreciates the kindness that people will offer and the love and all of that, but he just can't be someone who he just isn't that person who will love and be involved in anything sexual, in anything sexual, etc., etc. And it was really, really sad, like, seeing him break down, because as I mentioned in the last episode, it's like he is thinking to himself, well, how come all of these people can be in romantic relationships and all of that, and I just can't. And obviously this has been a journey for Isaac to discover about himself, and I'm really, really glad that this episode not only gave us a really, really good and emotional, don't get me wrong, but also a good explanation from Isaac's end of things about what he is going through, but also it gives him that kind of affirmation, that reassurance that he so desperately needs, because it is really, really crushing to see him just question why. It's gutting to see him questioning why am I broken and all of that, and that really hurt me, because he's not broken whatsoever. And I mean, on, like, away from sexuality and all of that, I've used that term about myself quite a few times, because sometimes I do feel it. But whenever a person feels like that they are broken, it is really, really crushing. Because there are certain things that will be going on in our lives, whether it's sexuality, whether it's disability, etc. There are certain things that make us think, and it is really, really heartbreaking. So for Isaac to say that I don't understand how I'm this broken and all of that, it just breaks your heart, really, because he just doesn't know what is going on, and he wants to know, but and thankfully we got that thing at the exhibition where he met someone who gave him that reassurance, the idea that maybe I am asexual, and that gave him clarity, because he was confuddled about I don't know, how I'm not being able to feel and all of that. And now he's gotten a bit of an idea about asexuality, and things are making a lot more sense, and he's getting that clarity that he, like I said, he so desperately needs. So it was really, really great to touch on Isaac's story, because it was sad seeing him beat himself up. So, and it was also really, really great as well when he it was great but heartbreaking as well that he did reassure James, because he did put on the idea that it's nothing to do with you. But like I said, it's heartbreaking because he blamed himself, and he viewed himself as broken when it wasn't the case whatsoever. But obviously, like I said, James, he means well, okay? And Isaac wants to make sure that there's nothing wrong with you or anything like that. He doesn't want he doesn't want to knock his confidence whatsoever. And Isaac is a very, very lovely person. So he's trying to clear the air, but he's also trying to question what is going on. And thankfully, he got that answer. So I'm glad that was involved with this episode. Because it was really, really sad seeing him just become emotional because of the fact that he can't produce those feelings. As he can't he can't be like, you know, Nick or Charlie or Tara or Tarsi, should I say, and it pains him because, you know, why can I not be like, and you know, you can't like I said, you can't force a sexuality to just it doesn't work that way. It's a part of who you are, and yeah, so yeah, it was really, really powerful stuff. I also really enjoyed that exchange with Charlie and Ben, constantly harassing him all day long. Couldn't take the hint, and yeah. So I am really, really glad that Charlie, you know, what he said to him, what Charlie said to Ben was what he needed to hear, what Ben needed to hear, because, you know, I'm not gonna doubt his, I guess, sincerity of trying to be a better person and all of that. I mean, he could have just been baiting Charlie when he, you know, said he wants to be a, you know, a better person, etc. So yeah. But yeah, at the end of the day, Charlie has a right to forgive or not, given what Ben put him through. What Ben did, it had a really, really damaging effect on Charlie. And like I said, he has that chance to forgive or not. And, you know, you can't force someone, you can't expect, you know, just to say sorry, for example, and assume that, you know, it's all going to be well and good, etc. So, yeah. What he needs to do is, you know, he needs to, like, you know, reevaluate things and put action to those, into the meaning of those of words, really, about trying to be a better person, about being sorry, etc. So yeah. And you know, he's with these characters and all of that, with Ben and, you know, to some extent Harry. Yeah, Harry has been a complete dick, and there have been some things that have really pissed me off with what he's had to say. But yeah, with Ben especially, though, I mean, he has been, I guess, closeted, and that can be damaging as well for someone like Ben. But obviously, with Charlie, Charlie deserved a lot better in terms of the respect and appreciation that I guess Nick is giving him. So, like, especially when you go to the last episode and how the way that he spoke to Nick, that Ben spoke to Nick, was not right. Especially since, you know, it was like Charlie was an object. And that, you know, Nick stole him. He didn't steal Charlie away from you. So, yeah. But it was really, really powerful. And, you know, if Charlie has every right at the end of the day not to forgive Ben. So, and you know, you can be in that position where you know, the hurt has been so damaging, like it has been for Charlie, that forgiveness is not an option. I mean, if Ben was sincere, then fair enough. He's just gotta like the opportunistic thing for Ben is he's got a chance to be better. So and hopefully that is the way it's going to be. I mean, I do have worries given the wave and how he walked away from it. About the way that, you know, he's not going to be as embracing towards the community now because of the fact that, you know, he wasn't forgiven. But yeah, I mean, the damage has been done so much for Charlie that it's still there. And, you know, he has a chance at the end of the day to like, it's his choice at the end of the day. And you can't expect, for Ben, he needed to realize that with the manipulation that he inflicted on Charlie and all of that, sometimes some people just don't deserve forgiveness, and if you want to be a better person, you got to work for it. So, and Charlie might not forgive him, but it doesn't mute the idea of, like, of Ben being a better person. So he, like, with Ben, he deserved what Charlie had to say to him. But yeah, and yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if we're going to see Ben in season 3 or whatever, given the fact that he's not going to sixth form. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, just with the way that he walked away from that wave of pride, I don't know if he's going to be as receptive to the LGBTQ plus community, just with the way that he walked away from that wave. I'm not sure if he's going to be receptive in the future, but yeah, he needed to hear that, and he needed to absorb all of that. I mean, he has been very, very difficult and awful in the past. So, and what Charlie said was perfectly put. So it's now Ben's choice at the end of the day. Charlie's made his decision. He chose not to forgive him, which he has every right to not forgive him. Now Ben's got a choice in terms of being a better person, being a better human being. So, and the fortunate thing is for Ben is he's still young. He's got a lot of days to make sure that when he's like in 10, 15 years time, he can look back and, you know, be embarrassed. I guess be embarrassed about who he was back then, because there are, you know, a lot of instances, you know, not like Ben in terms of the attitude and all of that, but, you know, we could have done something embarrassing or cringeworthy when we were like 17 or whatever. I know, that was me. So I can't even, like, for example, I can't even look at myself in terms of, like, reaction videos in the older days, because it's like, it's, how did people subscribe? So, but, no, that, like I said, in terms of, like, being a better person, he's got that opportunity to do so. So, yeah. So, yeah, but I don't know if time is going to be as fair for Stefan as it would be for Ben. So, yeah, because obviously Stefan's a bit older, so yeah. And the damage, I guess, he has done to his family has kind of had a bit of an effect, has kind of cemented a bit more. Because of the fact that you can't, like, this is your family at the end of the day, and you've just, yeah. So, yeah, but can I just say that, like, going to Tori, because I did say I would mention her later in the episode, how amazing was she? How like, the way, every chance that David had to be a complete twat, especially, you know, being a dick about the whole Charlie and Nick's situation. Every chat, Tori was there, watching him like a hawk. a hawk that will peck your eyes out. So, I mean, I'm sure a hawk would anyways, but you get the she would like this hawk. Like every time he decided to speak, his eyes would get pecked because she was not having any of this, and it makes sense, obviously, given the fact that not only is she a caring person, but she also understands the hurt that Charlie has gone through himself. But at firstly, she knows that this is a new terrain for Nick as well, and if Nick makes Charlie happy, then Tori's got a very, very warming reception to Nick. So yeah, so she knows that these are beginning day, and not just that though, but this is a sibling of Nick who is just winding up this situation, and she's not gonna be here for that. Like, if you've got someone in your family that is, not straight, you should be expected to be very, very, because this is your family at the end of the day. Is this unlike sexuality, the attitude you have can pretty much be a choice, because some people just are just to the way. I mean, there are upbringings that may have affected a person's demeanor and all of that at the end of the day, but you can be a more understanding person than what a certain like, for example, you go to Darcy, and how there's clearly that homophobia that her mother exhibits, and yeah, so you still got a choice in terms of welcoming a person and how different they might be. They might not be straight and all of that. So yeah. But yeah, like I said, Tori knows like this is going to be a difficult journey for Nick, and at the end of the day, he should be very, very supportive instead of being a complete twat, teasing the notion and making life more difficult for Nick. But also, this is a targeted attack to Charlie as well. So and obviously she's going to protect her bro. So yeah. So yeah, but yeah, like I said, and then she kicks the phone down and says brilliant stuff. I would have preferred if she kicked his head in, but nah, that was just great. That was just great from Tori, and we love her so much. But yeah, Stefan. So with Nick coming out to Stefan and just clearing the air, it harkens back to what I said in the last episode about how Nick really needed to tell everyone in that party at Tara's birthday. Not Darcy's birthday, should I say. No, it was Tara's birthday. I got things confuddled there. Yeah, yeah. What Nick had to say at the party about and the people that were in that room who were surrounding him, he needed that, because they were all supportive people. They were all warming. And earlier in the day, he wanted to tell his father, but his father just took off, and he was left as if he was embarrassed and all of that because of the fact that he tried to make an effort to connect with his father. His father just took off, and yeah, it really did shun him a bit because of the fact that, well, this is your father at the end of the day, and he couldn't even make 5 minutes for you. So yeah. But this was a very, very, this was very, very powerful as well, in terms of, like, I don't care, because you clearly don't. And that really hits me because of the fact that, this was always going to be a very, very, impactful thing, wasn't it, in regards to, telling, I guess, your father and all of that. Sarah was completely understanding and, like I said, emotional moment. But this is probably one of the big ones. How is Stefan gonna take it? Because Stefan, there is that kind of masculinity there, so he might be turned off by the idea. But there is that kind of reassurance in a sense, because he just doesn't care, and it's sad. It is really, really sad. But that's it at the end of the day. Like, he does, for Nick, he doesn't care about what his feelings, what Stefan thinks about the fact that he's bisexual or not, because he doesn't care. Like, you've made like, for the entirety of my life, you've hardly been there. You hardly care. So, yeah, whatever you may think, it's not going to have I think what Nick's going through is, whatever you think of this, it's not going to have an effect on me, because it's not like you're going to give a shit either way. If you're embracing, whatever. If you're not, whatever. Because at the end of the day, you're probably going to not give a shit anyways. So, yeah. And I think with Stefan, yeah, that's not going to change, sadly. So, he doesn't even know anything about his, like, it's not just Nick, it's David as well. So, and it's really, really sad for David as well, because he tries so hard to be he tries so hard to impress his father. His father doesn't even give him a thought, really. So, because he doesn't even know, like, where he stood. He was just, like, in his mind, it's just like, oh, it's in Scotland, it doesn't matter. So it's, yeah. So, yeah, that is just a really, really sad aspect there. Yeah, but, yeah, I just really, and let's also make a mention about, Charlie's mum as well, because I think, with the amount of care that, I guess Nick has shown and all of that, like, considering the fact that she's been a bit skeptical about Nick, I think this was a real tie-turner. So, you know, that's all well and good. So, yeah. Because, yeah, I don't get the vibe that she has been homophobic or whatever. But, you know, she just might not like Nick for this reason and that reason, especially with the distraction. And obviously, she would want Charlie to do to do his best, should I say. So, you know, Nick might be a distraction and all of that, so it doesn't matter if they're besties or you know, boyfriends or anything like that. She just doesn't want Charlie to be hampered and whatnot, so, yeah, but I think with the amount of care that has been, I think with this episode, she's really took a shine. So, you know, that's a really, real positive there. So, yeah. But, yeah. There is, of course, that issue in regards to Charlie not eating at the dinner today. Or in this episode. So, yeah, that is something. And obviously, we saw Nick trying to, you know, search about eating disorders and all of that, but I'm sure we're going to have one final heavy talk before we do close off the season, because yeah, it's not going to be, I'm imagining it's not going to be an overnight thing, but it's still going to prompt concern from Nick's end of things, when obviously Sarah said, oh, he didn't eat much, did he? So, yeah. But you just don't want him to have another moment where he faints, where, you know, for example, he could faint coming down the stairs, and then obviously he has to get rushed to A&E because, yeah, falling down the stairs is not a pretty thing, is it? So he doesn't want any kind of moments where he might be alone, for example, and yeah, he has a fall which could be very, very devastating, and then, yeah, so there could be a moment where just Charlie's in the house, and then where, you know, Tori's gone out, or his parents and all of that, and he could be alone in the house, and he could have an unfortunate accident because he might have another moment where he faints, and it's just like, yeah, so yeah, I feel like we're gonna have another talk before we do close things off. So yeah, but yeah, really great stuff. I mean, I haven't even covered everything, but I will close it here before, you know, I exhaust myself in terms of talking. So yeah, but even the Tau stuff was really great, like especially with how inevitably like he was a bit hurt at first, but obviously there was that understanding element, and he wanted Elle to be happy. So yeah, and yeah, I'm just really worried about, you know, Darcy and all of that, and yeah, I did love the visuals, especially in this episode as well, like with the wave of pride that Ben walked away from, might not be embracing the community as much as, you know, he has done. So yeah, but also the like cloud surrounding Darcy's house, that really represents the toxicity that is there because her mum, bit of a homophobe. So yeah, I mean, there has been that idea that she hasn't come out, and the fact that what Darcy is wearing to the prom is offending her mum. Yeah, so it seems like Tara's mum is, you know, understanding. Darcy's, on the other hand, yeah, and you, like I said, I mean, that is going to have a real knock when your mother isn't going to be supportive about who you are. So, and it's just really, really sad. And I mean, that is, I guess, going to be the reality of these characters who aren't straight. Not every parent is going to be welcoming. Not every parent's going to be like Sarah. There are going to be some anti-Sarahs, I would say, that just cannot accept that, you know, this is okay and there is nothing wrong with not being straight and all of that. So yeah, but it's just, yeah, some people are just, yeah, difficult, and Darcy's mum is especially that, seemingly. So yeah, but I also do gotta say, like, the, you know, obviously with the with the cloud that surrounded Darcy's house and all of that, as I mentioned, it is like, you know, toxic environment and all of that. But but I would like to stretch that even further by saying that it is very representative. Like, if you bunch all of the homophobic people in one room and all of that, and have that same visual, I guess, then it's you know, getting very, very dangerously close to being like a plague and all of that. And I think that's a pretty great, because this world, this world doesn't have any room for homophobic people or anything like that. There is nothing wrong with being, you know, not being straight. And, you know, it is just really, really sad that there are some people who just struggle to embrace that, who will just be homophobic, who will use the F word, who will, rinse and repeat, who will, even with Darcy's mum especially, knock a confidence of someone who isn't even an adult yet. So, and like I said, I get that there are families out there. Not every family in this show is going to be like Sarah, and that is the sad reality. But it does make you think about the fact that it is pretty pitiful that there are some people who will shame others just because they're not straight. I'm telling the world. Literally never guessed this guy would get bisexual. Actually, when we're not erasing bisexuality.
Do you want to be my girlfriend?
Was that a serious question?
I think it was.
Do you?
But I hope he's not acting out of like
I
trying
want
to,
be your
you
girlfriend.
know.
Why are you being weird about it?
I'm not being weird. You're being.
I love these two so much. But yeah, I'm really scared about Darcy, like, because obviously we saw her leave.
No, I don't know.
Just tell him we need more chaperones.
Oh, the support is amazing.
I think you guys look so cute together. I told you.
I didn't believe you, you know.
I said you.
Did not see it. I mean, there's going to be a lot of these questions, like, is it true, etc., etc.
I'll eat later.
About him, the more I think, and the bullying, and all the things that happened to him in the past, they all really have affected him. And
you're worried,
and he still carries it all with him, even though it's over.
Sometimes pain just doesn't go away.
Pain.
A lot of the reason I get so freaked out about losing my friends and losing Al.
Oh.
It's because losing him was just like.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn Tao.
Can I please open my eyes now?
Let him look. And he looks sharp as heck.
That doesn't look bad.
No way. Not even close.
So good. You look so good.
I do feel so bad for Darcy because, yeah, to not have that supportive mother and yeah.
Back by 12, then you will be in trouble.
As long as you don't pull a Rory Gilmore, okay? Accidentally sleep and be like, oh shoot. Holy shit, Queen! Queen! Oh, so beautiful.
Yeah, that's great.
Isaac. They are serving. Oh no.
None of you managed to bring a girl.
Telling us.
Can't believe Nick's the first hour of us in a relationship.
Yeah, man.
I could
Oh.
easily have a girlfriend any day now.
Yeah?
Oh, they're just like.
He's gay. Everyone knows this. Come on, man.
Whatever, man. We missed you, mate.
Yeah. I miss you too. I'll see you guys later.
I guess they are being supportive. Okay. It's just Harry isn't. But they're like, oh shoot.
I know something's wrong, but she never wants to talk about it. How do you talk to someone about something that they don't want to talk about?
Look is feeling in similar terrain, but
Maybe you just have to try. Yeah, even if it doesn't work.
Nick. Mood, Tori, mood. It's a mood. Get him! Get him out here!
Dinner and drinks next time?
Next time.
Next time. There is a next time. Oh? Imogen? Are we... Is she more than just an ally?
Your own mother can't tell you the truth about an outfit. Who can?
I hate
She's
her.
like a lesbian. She'll realise she was in the wrong, but she'll come straight back.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, if I find her, I'll ask her to let you know she's okay.
Thanks, then. Bye.
Wow, she has no... Wow! I fucking hate her. I fucking hate her. The tone of her voice and obviously the homophobia and yeah.
You believe that I could love you?
You've only ever seen half of my life.
And now I've seen the other half. And I still love you.
You sure? 'Cause
Oh.
I'm a literal disaster.
Oh, I know.
I'm a disaster too.
How much of
I love you.
I love you.
We're gonna keep saying it. We're gonna keep saying it. And you're not gonna get tired.
I love you. I love you.
Oh.
I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Oh.
You never told me about.
Oh, it's all about crying, isn't it?
What that was like.
Try to get him to open up, even if it kind of backfires.
We didn't need to talk about that. I think it surprised me how homophobic people were. I thought things were better nowadays.
Yeah.
People would just call me disgusting to my face.
People can be jerks.
I used to cut myself sometimes.
Oh my god. Oh.
I don't want to feel like that anymore.
Oh.
That was scary in the past few months because you were there, holding my hand.
And now he's gonna try and hold yours. Come on.
And I want to be that for you too. Like, you're my boyfriend.
Oh, he called him Char.
I love your hair so much.
I really need to go.
I love your eyes.
Ah, stop stalling.
I love
you. 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 Oh. Oh, he's. Oh, the fact that he's tiptoeing is nice.
I'll text you when I get home. Okay.
Is he just gonna feel like he's gonna annoy him, etc.? Oh. Oi. Oi, oi, oi. Ugh. I'm fine. I'm fine. Not emotional. Not emotional. Not emotional. Not emotional. Oh man. Yeah, that was great. That was really, really powerful. Like, it was just really, really... I need to go back to read all of the comments that were, you know, posted when Nick told the world of Insta that he was bisexual, because I know there was like, oh, I didn't imagine you were gay, and it's just like, great, we just, you know, let's already just invalidate bisexuality, because yeah. But yeah, I'm always a sucker when it comes to you know, seeing just comments in general, like something that's so fast to read. So yeah, because you're just very intrigued to see, you know what is said and all of that. I mean, obviously there's gonna be some lot of comments, but no, that was powerful stuff. Like, especially when Charlie admitted to everything about how bad his bullying got, to the point he got to self-harm, and yeah, I mean, it really did break my heart. Because, you know, it is very, very heartbreaking when it does get to that, like, when all of that negativity gets to a very, very cruel breaking point. It just, yeah. So I fully sympathize so much with Charlie, but yeah, people can be very cruel. You know, it's 2023, and I don't get it. I don't get it. I do not get why people have to be this spiteful, to be fair, when it comes to, yeah. So, oy. Well, that was a really, really, I'm not gonna lie, I low-key expected things to be emotional. Episode 7 ended with Nick still being concerned about Charlie, given that Sarah mentioned he hadn't eaten much. Especially after Nick said, you know, please tell me, you know, any kind of issues that you might be having, because I'm going to be here for you. And, you know, we had a very, very emotional moment at the end. But yeah, phew, there was so many great emotional moments throughout this episode. So yeah, like especially with Tara and Darcy's relationship. And I'm really glad that that came to a very great, you know, ending really for Darcy. Albeit, of course, obviously the circumstances are heartbreaking, but with Tara, she was worried about the fact that Darcy wasn't saying "I love you" back, etc. And yeah, so and I do feel so bad for Darcy. Yeah, I do. I'm not gonna lie. The way that her mother responded to Tara was just vulgar. Not just in terms of like her attitude, just in general, but also the way that obviously she described Darcy. Oh, it's like she dressed as a lesbian. Maybe she is. And maybe you need to know your daughter a bit more. Maybe you need to embrace her. But that's it, though. Like I said, I cannot get my head wrapped around the ideals of someone just wanting to be homophobic. Like, someone who just cannot accept that. So, is it really going to get to a point where you are not going to give a shit about your own child? I mean, well, to be fair, she doesn't know, but given the fact that, you know, she didn't give a shit about her daughter's absence whatsoever, yeah. It would just give her, I guess, more reasoning to disown Darcy. So, and Darcy deserves a lot better, because she's a shit mother, and, yeah. And people like her need to realise that you only get this one chance. And when it comes, I don't want to sound macabre, but when it comes to you on your deathbed, is this really going to be something you're going to hold close to your heart? The fact that you were such a terrible impact on your child because of your very, very shitty views, etc. Like, especially with the homophobia. Because Darcy felt really oppressed. So, yeah. And I just felt so bad for her. I just felt so bad. When, I mean, obviously she was going to be, well, that's it though. Like, she didn't even give a shit if she got murdered during the night. I mean, she said she slept at the park. You never know what can go on at the park at night. You know, drug dealers, murderers, etc. Didn't even give a shit. I mean, I'm gonna take Darcy. I mean, I don't know if Darcy had her phone on D&D mode. She said it was out of battery, so I'll choose to believe that. But at the same time, obviously, she was very, very, like, there was a lot of fear going around in her. And especially when it comes to Tara seeing, I guess, the other side of her, really. And, you know, she didn't want any kind of that, you know, representation of confidence to be knocked, really. She didn't want to, you know, show vulnerability. And you can't really blame her, really, given her mother. And, you know, it's always sad when you cannot embrace who you are because you've got someone so oppressive as a parent. So, and, you know, with Tara, she added 2 and 2 together about why has Darcy not brought me to her house, etc. Why, you know, is there like a feeling of, you know, there's this feeling of loneliness, etc. It's because she can't fully embrace the world like Nick and Charlie can. She can't tell her mother that, you know, my girlfriend and I are doing this, etc. Because, yeah. So, and it's really, really sad. So, yeah, but I just don't get it. I literally do not get it. In terms of, you know, the hatred and all of that. And you know, it was just very, very... You know, I'm surprised, actually, that the animation didn't, you know, go as far to make the interior of the house cold, because Darcy's mother did have a very icy demeanor. And that's it, though. Her attitude was entirely cold. Whether it was her attitude towards Tara, whether it was the lack of care of what happened to Darcy. Like, she could have been murdered, like I said. And she doesn't even bat an eye. Is this really who you want to be? Because, yeah, good parenting. Well, not good parenting, but, you know, a great mother. Because Darcy's turned out fine, in my opinion. It's just the mother that's problematic, really. Given her attitude, given her the homophobia, etc., etc. So, yeah. But, yeah. But I also got to say, for Tara, it was very... There was... You could really, really see that she was very, very... Like, it was a complete anxious approach to Tara's mother. To Darcy's mother, should I say. You could feel for Tara, she was just completely... well, there was a bit of worry, there was a bit of anxiousness. But, you know, you can't really blame her either, given the cold demeanor that is Darcy's mother. So, yeah, but... Yeah. It is really, really great that they had that moment and they embraced each other, and then they could just say, I love you, back and forth, like a tennis match. So, yeah, but it's great stuff. And I love how eventually, with Tao and Elle, well, Tao, he ultimately supported Elle's, you know, dreams, of course, for what's next in her future. So, because I was worried that he was trying to rein her in regards to her future by saying, do you want to meet my girlfriend? But I think he just genuinely feels that. So, you know, no future future direction is impacting his decision on wanting to be to officially, I guess, go out with Elle. So, yeah. So, yeah. But I also was really, really glad to see a further progression for Isaac as well. Excuse me, I need some water. But yeah, I was glad to see that because obviously there came to that moment in the last episode where he realized he may be asexual, and there's a bit of catharsis really. And I really love the fact that, you know, that's one of the most important books really, because it's you know, he's on this journey. You know, he's surrounded by books all the time, but this one is a very, very important one. Especially at such a young age as well, where, you know, there is going to be the prospect of, you know, dating life being serious, and, you know, Isaac gets this opportunity to learn more about himself, really. So, yeah. So I really, really loved that, especially, like I said, one of the important books in his life, because he gets to discover a lot more about himself and you know, what sexuality he is. So yeah. But yeah, I really, really yeah, Nick and Charlie's story was great. First off, I did go back to see some of the comments. It was a bit fast at first, so I couldn't really read them all, but I saw Imogen being supportive. Speaking of, so much for just being an ally, because I felt like with Sahar, like, yeah, she had feelings for her. Just the way that she was looking at her in awe. Yeah. And, you know, it could be that moment where she's just realizing, holy shit. Because, you know, it was, you know, anyone who, or, you know, a lot of people who might be on the, who might be LGBTQ+, there might be that moment where we realize, am I this sexuality? Like, for me, for example, I know that there was there was a moment where I realized that I might like guys as well. When it was within my school tenure. But before then, you know, I was thinking, okay, well, I guess I just like girls, really. So yeah, but there was a moment where you know, I had this thing for this guy in my school, and it was very, very it was very, very like weak for me. So because this was like feelings that I never thought I would you know, feel, etc. So yeah. And you know, that continued with someone who lived within my area when I was at such a young age, that I had you know, feelings for that person. So and for Imogen, it seems like this is a point where, holy shit, I have feelings for Sahar. So yeah. But yeah, I did want to point that out, because she had a moment where she's like, butterflies stomach, overwhelmed with, you know, so much joy that you just want to kiss her, maybe. So yeah. So season 3, that will be very interesting to pick up on. And then she's no longer going to get teased for being just the ally that yeah. So but I'm excited to see where that's going to go. But yeah, I did see some of the comments on Instagram when Nick told the world about the fact that he was bisexual. So and I just loved the fact that he just you know, posted it on there, and you know, felt very, very happy and all of that. But there were, of course, some comments that were just like, eesh. Because there was like, pick a side, like, what the fuck? Because yeah, with the fact that he's bisexual, yeah, that comment, yeah, is like, yeah, it doesn't sit right, does it? And then there were people, of course, that were erasing his bisexuality. There was even one comment that said, "Why are so many people saying he's gay?" He just said he's bisexual, and I'm like, thank you. Just seeing that coming back, because that's it. There is that bi erasure, which it pisses me off. So yeah. I love the comment though about they're going to be dancing at prom together with the cute watery eyes. That was like nice. So yeah, but yeah, it was a very, very important moment for him to make that post. And yeah, the world, I guess, now knows. So, but yeah, like I said, he feels so much confidence when he posted that, and yeah, I think with his journey this season leading to this moment, it's a very, very nice moment. So yeah, but of course, that happiness couldn't be fully focused 100% because he was of course concerned with Charlie. Like I said in the end of the last episode, Sarah mentioned it, and yeah, I had a feeling we would be picking up on that one. But boy, it got really, really emotional. So yeah. And yeah, it was really emotional when they had that nice talk and all of that, and yeah. Well, I say nice talk, but it was a very comforting talk. With Nick, he could feel. I mean, it was scary, understandably, for Charlie, but with Nick, he could feel the overwhelming support. So. And that's it though. Charlie has been very, very supportive in Nick's journey of his bisexuality all season long. And now it's Nick's turn to be supportive of Charlie. When there are still things that are in his mind, and it really got me about how Charlie said, it really surprises me about how many people are so homophobic. And yeah, I mean, I get that, because it's 2023, and there are still so many people who just, like I said, I cannot get it. I cannot get how people can think that it's okay to be very homophobic. So, and like I said, there are upbringings and all of that people might have been surrounded to, because there might be religious beliefs that two people of the same sex cannot be together, etc. But no, I don't think that really, for me, that's not, you've still got that choice at the end of the day of embracing. It's not wrong whatsoever. So like I said, there are cases in the show where, just because one person has that belief as well, your children should not. But like I said, I just cannot get my head around the hatred and all of that, and how vulgar it is for you to knock someone's confidence because there's been especially when you reflect in the past, there has been a lot of homophobia, and you'd hoped that there would be this acceptance and all of that as time goes on, but sadly there are so many people out there that are just homophobic, that just think that it's okay to use the F word for shits and giggles. And it's just disgusting. It's just horrific, and I just cannot. So, but there are just people who, just in general as well. It doesn't have to be like I said, there are people who are surrounded by religious beliefs and all of that. But then there's also people who are not, who just feel disgusted by it. I know there's one very popular reactor. I'm gonna call him out. Well, I'll let you do the math, but he's a very, very popular reactor who, you know, got very, very discomforted about a same-sex kiss in the MCU movie, The Eternal. It was a 5-second. Well, not even that. It was a 5-second bit, but he was like, I was uncomfortable with that, and it's like, what the fuck? So, there are just people who are just homophobic because for reasons I just cannot even think of. Because yeah, you could say that religion can get brought in terms of a person's demeanor and all of that. Like, I don't agree with that whatsoever in regards to like, you know, yeah, your religion might say that. It still doesn't mean that, you know, I understand it, if that makes sense. So yeah, but there are just some people who are just who are just homophobic just for the sake of it, really, and it's like, why? So yeah, but that's it with Charlie. There are, like, when he made that mention, it like, I got it. So because there are sadly people who are just that. So yeah, but yeah, like I said, with, you know, religion and all of that, or any kind of, I don't know, beliefs, and I don't know. I don't like, it might say this in you know, whatever religion you know, prohibits that, but it doesn't mean that I agree with those views, if that makes sense. So it's like, yeah, so I mean, it's like, you know, if someone says some, I mean, I know this might be a bit of a stretch of a comparison, but it's like if someone says something about a popular character, for example, in a TV show. It's like, I get it, but I don't agree with it, if that makes sense. So, like, like, for example, that might be people who might like Spike from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, despite the fact that there are some questionable things that he has, you know, done in seasons 2 and season 3 or whatever. Like, you know, I get the appeal. It's James Masters, but yeah, I know that's a bit of a stretch of a comparison, but that's it basically. There might be some views that might say this and they might say that, but it doesn't mean I have to, you know, fully agree with it. So, but there are just some people who just are just vulgar for the sake of it. So it's like with ableism, it's like with anything, racism, etc. Yeah, there are just some people who will just do it for reasons I just cannot get. So yeah, but yeah, he of course talked about self-harm, Charlie as well, which, yeah, it really got me emotional. Like, I mean, I feel like definitely from Nick and Charlie's conversation, that powerful conversation until the credits rolled, my eyes were yeah. But yeah, you could Nick's reaction was just, oof. Yeah. Because for Charlie as well, this is a powerful thing to admit to, because, like, this is well, a powerful, I'd say, overwhelming thing, because, and you could see it in his eyes, really, because it has gotten that bad, and it just breaks your heart that those views of being viewed as disgusting manifested to the point it was self-hatred, and it got to a very it got to a very very disheartening turn, and you just felt so bad for him. So yeah, but I am hoping that from here onwards that Nick can be confided to, because that was a very powerful admission as well from Charlie. Like I said, you could see it in his eyes. Yeah. And then he said, I think Nick, yeah, because I don't think they said I love you to each other as well. Nick almost said it, and then Charlie texted it, but both both applied the brakes, if that makes sense. Yeah, both applied the brakes. So yeah. And that's going to be uncovered in season 3, surely. So, but, you know, you don't have to say I love you from the get-go, so, yeah, but, it's, you know, yeah. It was a really great finale, though. Like I said, from that encounter, that powerful, poignant encounter with Charlie and Nick, yeah, it was very emotional. So, but that's what I love about this show. Like, it's, you know, there are aspects where, you know, it can be relatable, but it's also really well portrayed in terms of, like, of course, the real, like, not everyone's going to have the same experience, of course, when it comes to, being a certain sexuality. But these are very, very real emotions at the same time. You know, I mean, I know that I can't relate to certain people about, for example, homophobic parents, or just, you know, erase the plural, should I say, for that one for me, or you know, there are a lot of subjects that but I know that it's a real subject that is sadly apparent in the world, where there are going to be, you know, there are going to be parents who make you feel oppressed, especially when it comes to sexuality. And there are going to be people that have been in Charlie's position, sadly, and you just want to give them the biggest hugs. And it's, like I said, really, really well, not just well written, where the dialogue just really melts into you, but also well acted, of course. And like I said, these experiences are very relatable, because there are going to be quite a lot of people who, like I said, even though that there are some people who might not personally relate to, there are others that do so. And like I said, these stories that are unfolding are very real. But it's very well portrayed at the same time, and it really, really makes this show really. I'm sad that I kind of have that I have finished it, because I do love going into this and being emotionally invested by such a really, really well done show that does a very, very good job does a very, very splendid job at telling, you know, these stories that will have happened in the real world. But not just that, though, but to explore these, you know, really well done characters, you know, being together, like Nick and Charlie, like Tarsi, like Tao and Elle. It does a really, really good job, and yeah, I love this show so much, and yeah, I just really, really enjoyed it. So yeah, brilliant, brilliant stuff. So, whew, I will see you guys next time. I'm going to take a minute because, you know, thinking about this episode still makes me emotional. I've been talking for like half an hour, but, you know, talking about the sympathy I felt for Darcy, and Tara as well, to that extent, because she had to confront Darcy's mother, and yeah, like I said, there's that anxiousness. But talking about that, talking about Nick and Charlie and the struggles that Charlie's been going through, yeah, it still made me emotional. And like I said, that's the power of this show. So I'm going to take a minute before I do react to my next show. So, yeah. But, brilliant season. Brilliant conclusion. Yeah. But, yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!